What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV back here for another preview show, and not just any preview show. It is the last game of the season, the all-important game, Norwich against Tottenham at Carrow Road. All Spurs need is a point, and then we are there. We are in Champions League for next season. And, you know, you wouldn't be a real Spurs fan if you don't have a bit of anxiety, at least going into this game, seeing as, you know, stuff that has happened in the past. I mean, there are a lot of Spurs fans that don't have kind of any reservations going into this and think it's a completely foregone conclusion. We will get at least a point. I'd be very surprised if we didn't get a point, but I also wouldn't be surprised if we lose the game. But look, you just have to believe. You just have to believe. It is Norwich. If you're going to play anyone at this stage of the season, you do want to play Norwich. So I guess we got that going for us. But the way Spurs have been playing the last couple of weeks, you just have to believe that we're going to get over the line here, as much as it is a kind of nervy atmosphere to go into. Spurs fans have been buying tickets all over Carrow Road. It's going to be a great atmosphere, that's for sure. And I think that atmosphere should get us over the line, even though the team should get us over the line as well. But how are you feeling coming into it?
Look, I'm confident. They're obviously, look, there's this thing in the back of our mind that won't go away. You know what I mean? What if we get an early red card? What if we wake up in the morning and our whole team has gone down with food poisoning? What if that virus from last week is spreading throughout the team, and you know, and where we've been struggling with it and all this kind of stuff? What if we miss loads of chances and we concede a last-minute penalty? These are all situations that you just never know.
We need to get Antonio Conte to get someone to test every single thing that they've been eating the whole week. No lasagna on the table. Get pasta off the board. I mean, just... Oh God, just test everything they're eating, please.
Well, apparently they're bringing their own chefs or something like that. Spurs, that's what I read.
Really?
Yeah, to the hotel to make sure to lasagna gate proof everything. Apparently they've been doing that ever since that lasagna gate happened.
Good.
They've been taking their own chefs to the away hotels and stuff.
Damn right.
So look, those little things that are in the back of my mind, all these things could happen. But if you look at the thing objectively, all logic states that Tottenham will get this done.
Yeah,
there is nothing to suggest that Tottenham won't get this done in any way, shape or form. It is actually illogical, completely illogical to think that Tottenham won't get this done. And not just because we're playing bottom of the league, not just because we've got the players that we have, not just because Son's going for the Golden Boot, not just because we have Antonio Conte as manager. We've also got an astounding, a very good defensive record over the last 10 games. I think conceded 5 goals over the last 10 games. If Lloris keeps a clean sheet on Sunday, that's the most clean sheets we've ever kept in the Premier League era. You know, that's incredible to think about from where we were earlier in the season and leaking goals.
It's mad to think that we're going to keep more clean sheets this year than that year we actually had the best defence in the league with Vertonghen and Toby at the back.
Crazy. I don't know how that's possible, but apparently it is. So even if we are having a bad day in front of goal, all evidence suggests we should be able to get at least a clean sheet in this game. Like, there's nothing to suggest we're not going to be defensively solid.
Keep a clean sheet, you're in Champions League.
That's damn right. I don't think that's how Conte will look at it, but that's the truth. If we don't concede, we're in Champions League next season. There's nothing anyone else can do apart from Arsenal scoring 16 goals. And on top of that, I know Everton won yesterday, but that game's not a foregone conclusion for Arsenal to beat Everton. Everton, their tails might be up. The pressure's off now. They've stayed up. Obviously, it might help Arsenal, the fact that Everton opening up.
Was celebrating last night. That tells me that it's going to be a pretty easy game for Arsenal.
No easier than us playing Norwich.
No, definitely not.
You know what I mean? If they got players like Richarlison who are maybe letting loose a bit, they got players to hurt them. So that's not a foregone conclusion either. There's no surely there is no chance we don't get this done on Sunday. It has to be. It's only a draw. We only need a draw. If we can't get that done, that would be the biggest embarrassment in Premier League history for us, I think. I can't think of a bigger one, even more than Lasagna game, even more than the 5-1 against Newcastle. I think this will be the biggest, even more than, you could argue, even more than Zagreb. Like, this would be the biggest embarrassment.
Yeah. Look, I completely agree with you. Like, there's no logic that states that we don't get this job done. But this is football, and sometimes football just defies logic.
Correct.
And that happens often. So,
but you can't base your opinion on that.
You can't, but you also got to accept that that stuff does happen sometimes.
I do accept it, and I take that all into account. But I'm still saying we're getting it done.
Yeah, look, I don't think anyone can have the actual opinion that we're not going to get it done. But like you said, it's always going to be in the back of our minds that it can happen.
Look, first 5 minutes we get an early goal, and then it settles all the nerves, doesn't it?
Yeah. I think, look, the main reason why Spurs fans are coming into it like this is nerves. Because we know no matter who we play, just get the job done, and we're in Champions League football next year, and it's like beyond all realms of what we could have expected before the start of the season. And like I said before, if you want to pick any Premier League team to play on this day, it would be Norwich. I mean, what they've won like 2 or 3 or 4 games this whole season or something crazy like
20. That. Look, they're on 22 points. They're rock bottom of the league.
One of the worst Premier League teams of all time. This lot.
I can't remember the last time they won a game. They're really, they've got a goal difference of something really. They've got goal difference of like minus 70 something. Minus 56. They've conceded 79 goals this season. They've only scored 23, and Pukki's been involved in 16 of them. You know what I mean? You pretty much stop Pukki, you stop Norwich. That's the facts. So you got to look. I know they got a draw away at Wolves last time out, but even a draw is good enough for us. So you got to be completely confident that we're going to turn Norwich over. Yeah,
no, 100%. And I just can't wipe the nerves away from me, even though I don't think we're going to drop points at all. But I just can't wipe those nerves away from it. And like, even when you look at the head-to-head between Spurs and Norwich, even before they're having their worst season in the Premier League, even logic defies that. Like, we batter them more or less every time we play them. We did have a 1-1 draw in between there, but 4-0, 4-0, 4-1, 4-1. And if both teams play to the capabilities that they've been showing this season, it should be another battering, shouldn't it?
Well, I thought we'd been 2-0 early in the season.
Was it 2-0?
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe. Go on.
I don't know if those are the right ones, but I think there's nothing in there to think that we won't beat Norwich. Like I can't think of anything that worries me. But then again, that worries me.
We beat them 3-0 earlier this season.
3-0, sorry, yeah, not 4-1. We're gonna have to. They got the defenders.
To be honest, all those scores.
Yeah, I was about to say, wrong. I don't think any of them are right. Yeah.
All those songs. I don't know what happened there, but all those scores were completely wrong. I mean, we beat them 3-0 earlier this season. We lost to them in the FA Cup, didn't we? On penalties.
Yeah.
And then we've beaten them 2-1, drew 2-2, beat them 3-0 at Carrow Road in 2016, and then beaten them 3-0 at White Hart Lane the year before that, or at Wembley.
No, White Hart Lane.
White Hart Lane, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, so we got a good record against them pretty much. And with Antonio Conte as well at the helm, surely he won't allow us to take our eye off the ball in this one. I know Pukki's been saying he wanted the team to end off well for the end of the season. He wants to finish 19th and all that kind of stuff. But I don't think it matters. I really don't think it matters. I think Spurs will have it in the bag.
Yeah, and just look at this form of the two teams coming into it. Look at this Norwich form. I mean, last 5 games, conceded 13, scored 1, lost 4, drawn 1. At home as well, won only 1 of their last 5 games. Who was that against? I
think it was against Burnley.
Our away form isn't exactly the best, but we've won 2 of those in there, drawing 2. So only
unbeaten in 4.
Yeah, so only lost 1 of our last 5 away games. So when you're going on the form, it looks like there is only 1 winner.
There's nothing you can look at that suggests that there's nothing you're going to be able to pull up that says Norwich have a chance. There isn't. It just isn't.
Yeah.
But you just never know. You just never know in football, and that's what keeps us. That just keeps us nervous. I think the fact that it just hasn't been confirmed yet. That's what keeps us worried. That it's not mathematically impossible for us to screw up. As long as there's a mathematical chance, we know that there's a chance Tottenham could screw it up, and then that's the only niggling feeling. So you can look at all the stats we want. We can look at anything we want. There's nothing that's going to tell us that Norwich have a chance here.
Yeah, if you bring up this was their lineup in their last game with their draw against Wolves. Obviously, with these players out, I think Josh Sargent is their second top goal scorer this season. They've got quite a lot of injuries, but looking at that lineup for Norwich, I mean, who is their danger man, and is there anyone? Is there anyone to be worried of?
It's obviously their danger man.
I mean, it's Pookie, yeah, but
obviously, he's got 11 goals. To be fair to him, that's a decent return.
Who's gonna? Where are other areas on the pitch to be worried about them? Is there any areas on that pitch to think about?
You got Max Aarons, good right wing back. He's not had the best season, but we know he's very, very quick, and he's going to obviously be a threat. You got Billy Gilmore, who's on loan from Chelsea. He's a nice centre mid, but can be bullied. I think they had what's it called, Rashitska. I think he was a nice little player. I don't know if he's fit or not. I don't know if I didn't see in the graphic if he was fit. Is he there? No, he's not there. So maybe they've just dropped him, because I was quite impressed with him early in the season. But other than that, there's nothing really you've got to look at and think, I'm worried about them. It's just about concentrating on ourselves. Obviously, Pookie, to be fair, has got 11 goals. So that is impressive. He's got, I think, he's been involved in like nearly 60% of their goals or something. 11 goals and like 3 or 4 assists. So I think he's been involved in like 15 or 16 of their 23 goals, which is mad when you think about it. But if you keep him quiet, and with our back three, either, Dyer, Davis, Sanchez should be able to keep him quiet. And if that happens, they're gonna have very little chance.
If we go into this game, no matter what the first of all, let's bring up the ones to watch graphics. It's kind of confirmed what you said before, with Teemu Pukki being their biggest threat.
Of course.
Grant Hanley at the back, third most blocks in the league. Is that first clearances in the Premier League?
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of expected because they've been under barrages of attacks all season. So those are the ones to watch. But when I'm thinking of this game, obviously, when these two teams, when you're looking at the two 11s that are going to go head to head, there's nine times out of 10, Tottenham are going to win this game. And I think it's important for the Spurs players going into it just to play the game and not the occasion. Don't think about what's going to happen at the end of it. And if you just play it like you're going to play any other Premier League game, we shouldn't have a problem here. We really shouldn't.
Yeah, completely agree. There's nothing. Of course we should. I don't think we'll let the occasion get to us. I think we've got it in our grasp now. We've had it in our grasp a few weeks ago. We let it slip when we dropped points to Brighton and Brentford. But we always knew with the North London, when we had the North London derby coming up, that we always had a chance to grab it back. And now we have grabbed it back. We will not let it go in the last game of the season. We just won't. I'm so confident of that. And it's not even just the fact that, because everyone cast their mind back to that Newcastle game, but you got to remember, first of all, in that game we were already in Champions League football confirmed. We had been challenging for the title, and we dropped off for the last few games after challenging for the title. The way Pochettino played, we just went hell for leather, like really heavy pressing, and we were done on that last game. You could see we were on our feet. We were knackered, and also we didn't, as much as we all wanted to finish above Arsenal on that day. I think maybe the motivation. We had motivation, but we were just on our feet on that last day. But we don't play like that anymore. We're not just some crazy pressing team, constantly pressing all the time. We're a lot smarter than that, and we're not going to let that memory of that game make me think that we're not going to get the job done on Sunday. I am just super, super confident. I'm confident that we're not going to concede. I don't think we'll allow them to score. And I think that's the main thing. Our defensive record has been really great under Conte. And that's a massive credit to him, and he needs respect for that.
Completely. Absolutely. All right, so what's your score prediction going into it?
I'm going to go with, I said 4-0. I'm going to go 4-0.
Sticking with it. How many Son are you going to get?
Son 2, Kane 2.
Son 2, Kane 2. I like that. I'm going 3-0. I'm going 3-0 Spurs. I'm also getting Sonny. I might even go for Sonny hat-trick in the game, to be honest. I think Sonny's going to want to go out there and get that golden boot this weekend. I really believe that. And if he gets the golden boot and he's not up for PFA Player of the Year, which he isn't, What
Ridiculous.
a joke is that?
Complete
How the
joke.
hell is some of these players in there? I mean, Conor Gallagher, yeah, he's had a great season, but he hasn't been better than Son this season by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, Sonny has been brilliant all season. I just don't get it. How is Son not up for PFA Player of the Year?
Yeah, it's madness. I think that's. I don't know what. I don't know who makes the nominations, but look, Conor Gallagher's had a good season. Not denying that, but Son could get the Golden Boot, which is an incredible achievement for him as a player. And I think he's had a brilliant season as well. He's been scoring pretty much fairly consistently throughout the whole season. He might have had a few blips here and there, but he's never gone probably more than 4 or 5 games without a goal. If he pips Mo Salah, like, how could you have the top goal scorer not nominated for Player of the Year? It's madness.
Yeah.
It's absolute insanity.
Yeah, and you've got players like Phil Foden there, right? And Phil Foden, again, he's had a great season, but I think Son has been much better than Foden this season. I really believe that.
Yeah, I think Son's been incredible. Like, he's made a difference in big games as well. You got to think about his record against City and Liverpool. He's stepped up in each of those games. North London derby, he scored in both North London derbies this season. Heung-min Son, like, I don't see the logic to not having him in there. Doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, absolutely agree. Alan says 4 out of the 6 nominations are English players. If that doesn't tell you something, I don't know what does. Do you think there is a bit of English bias going on over here?
If Conor Gallagher's not English, does he get nominated? I don't know. Maybe not.
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense. How can Conor Gallagher's been good, but he's nowhere near the same level as Son. I just don't get it. I just don't get it.
Conor Gallagher and Foden should both be in the running for Young Player of the Year, not Player of the Year.
Yeah, I don't know who the nominees are for Young Player of the Year, the PFA Young Player of the Year, but having Son not there is a disgrace, really. It's a disgrace.
Agreed. And a bit similar like last year when De Bruyne won Player of the Year and Kane, getting Golden Boot and most assists as well in the league and didn't get it.
Should have got it as well last season.
Like Kane, in my opinion, I know Spurs weren't, but Kane individually was head and shoulders above anyone in that league last year, in my opinion.
Yeah, he was amazing. He was class. So, and I also thought he got out. Yeah, maybe it's because we finished 7th in the league. That's probably what did it for him. If we finished a bit higher, he probably would have got it. But we finished top 4 this season, and Son, just behind Mo Salah right now. Like, if there's anyone else, I don't know. What is it? What's keeping him out of the running? Why, if anyone else is in that position, they get nominated. I don't understand why he's not. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, completely agree. But let's talk about BetMate now. We've got 2 leagues running this weekend. If you go to the app and download it with the link in the description below and use one of our codes, then you get a free £5 to play with. And that free £5 can enter you in both of these leagues this weekend. So the first league we've got is a Champions League decider league where there's obviously 2 games going on. So it's Everton against Arsenal at the Emirates, and obviously Norwich against Spurs at Carrow Road. 4 players per team maximum for that league, and we've made our teams for that as well. So if you bring up the first team, which is my team, you can have a look. I actually made this team before the Everton game last night, so I might actually make some last-minute tweaks to it. But I've got Pickford in goal, Mykolenko and Ryan Sessegnon in defence, Kulusevski and Doucouré in the middle, Kane and Son as the captain up top. I mean, I went for Doucouré in there because, he's been full of interceptions and tackles recently. Very hard-working midfielder. Kulusevski, Kane and Son pretty much speak for themselves against the Norwich side, which I do expect us to score quite a few goals in. And Pickford has been saving, making quite a lot of saves recently. And Mykolenko has even gotten the score sheet a couple of times in the previous week. So that's my thinking behind my team. But let's move on to Sim's team and see what he was thinking. Oh, I'm not liking that red blot on your team.
I don't remember playing him. Who is that? I don't know who that is. Is that Cedric? Can't see. Anyway, I've got Pickford in goal. Obviously, I back him to make a lot of saves with the Emirates. Sessegnon gets forward a lot. I back him to get an assist against Norwich.
That's Gabriel.
Oh, it's Gabriel. Maybe he'll make some clearances against Arsenal. I don't think there's going to be a high-scoring game, Arsenal or the Emirates, that game. So I think maybe it's I think Norwich, I don't want any Norwich defenders. And you can only have maximum 4 Spurs players. So, and I don't know. I think Everton might concede, so I've gone for Gabriel. Decore, as you said, and Bentancur I've got make loads of assists and interceptions and tackles. Bentancur will have Norwich's centre midfield for dinner, I think. And then Kane and Son. I've gone Son captain because I reckon he's gunning for the golden boot, and Kane will help him assist it. So easy does it there for me.
Yeah. So if you want to take us on in the Champions League Decider bet, mate, do click the link in the description below and put in one of our promo codes. If you do not have an account, and you'll get free £5 to play with. The Champions League Decider is £3 entry, and it pays the top 15 players. So be in it to win it. And we've also got a private league going on, which is just for the Norwich Tottenham game. It's £2 entry and winner takes all. And that, because it's only 2 teams, it's a max 6 per team. It is a 7-a-side team. Obviously 2 defenders, 2 midfielders, 2 attackers and 1 goalkeeper. So we'll be in on both leagues, to come and take us on. It's all a bit of fun, and I've been loving this app. I really have been loving this app since we've started working with them. And I played in the Everton game last night, won myself a tiny bit of money, came in the top 10. So yeah, get involved. Link in the description below. And thank you very much for watching the preview today. And now let's bring on some guests. And we're going to start off with... Who are we starting off with?
Yeah, one sec. A lot of people in the comments saying Son is nominated. I'm very confused.
Well, the tweet from the PFA didn't say he was nominated. They said there were 6 nominations: Conor Gallagher, Mo Salah, Phil Foden, Kevin De Bruyne.
They're probably thinking there's another player of the year. What was that one? That's
like Players Player of the Year.
Is that the other one? Because he was nominated for that. But PFA Player of the Year he's not nominated for. The Professional Football Association's Player of the Year. He hasn't been nominated for it, unless this isn't all the nominations.
It usually is only 6, isn't it?
Yeah. Doesn't make sense. Yeah, look, Son's not there.
I think people are getting mistaken with the Players Player of the Year. But anyway, let's start bringing on some guests, and let's start off with Essa. How you doing, Essa?
I'm good, lads. How are you guys?
Yes, very good, thank you. Very good. Obviously, a big weekend. Arguably our most important game of the season now. We need to get the job done. 1 point gets us Champions League. Do you have any nerves coming into this one?
I mean, look, lads, it's Spurs at the end of the day. I mean, you have to be like a bit nervy, but I mean, if we don't do this, I don't know like what we'll do. But I think like with Conte at the helm, it's.
Oh, hello. Is he gone?
Is he frozen?
All right, we'll try bring him back in a sec. Apologies about that. So it seems like your connection has gone.
But let's actually get through these super chats.
Yeah.
Just before we bring on our next guest, or if Essa can reconnect there. Wolfsfire saying, "Good morning, you Spurs. My prediction for Sunday's game is 6-1 to Tottenham." I wouldn't mind that, to be honest. Imagine we win. Kane gets the double hat trick. He ends up with the golden boot.
Who, Kane? Yeah, that'd be so good.
You know what, though? Cast your mind back a few years ago when we played Hull and Leicester last few games.
Yeah, look, we battered them, didn't we?
Yeah.
But we didn't have much to play for back then.
Yeah.
I know, look, it's pressure on us, so part of me thinks like it's going to be a nervy game, but then part of me as well thinks if we settle the nerves early, we get an early goal, then it'll be an easy gun. No,
I do believe if we do settle the nerves early, we will go out and batter them. I really believe that. Toby Bartram saying, "Do you guys honestly think Levy will back Conte?" I mean, all the news coming out, and all the kind of snippets from Ali Gold and stuff, because he doesn't usually come out at this stage and be like, yeah, Spurs are going to spend so much money, Spurs are going to do this, Spurs are going to do that. It's usually very tight-lipped and we need to sell before we buy and all this kind of stuff. So, like, the news coming out from reliable sources does seem like we're going to spend a lot of money this summer.
Yeah, it's very positive, and there is no real excuse for us not to spend money. I think financially we're in a good position. We got Champions League football. We got Antonio Conte, at the helm right now, who usually doesn't accept anything less than a fighting chance. So how can we not have at least have a try to have an ambitious summer? We have to. Absolutely. No excuses.
Bob Spur TV with the super chat saying, expect it, want it, believe it, we'll be okay, lads. And that's what I keep trying to tell myself. And like I said before, all logic points to Spurs getting Champions League without real issues this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes logic defies football. And we've seen that happen many a time with Spurs. The Lion Sam with the super chat with no comment there. So thank you very much for the support. Let's bring Essa back on. Is he ready to talk to us? There he is. Essa, sorry about that. I'm not sure what happened there. But you were talking about Antonio Conte.
Sorry. Yeah,
it's all right.
It's on my side, lads. I was saying, with Conte at the helm, I think it's a done deal, lads. But you never know. It's at the Premier League. You never know what happens.
Yeah, definitely. Do you think Son has a good chance of getting the Golden Boot on Sunday? What's your thoughts?
It's really tough, to be honest. I mean, I didn't Salah score another goal. I think he did, but if he didn't, and if he turns up today, on Sunday, it should be easy for him. Yeah, definitely, lad.
What? Yeah. Can you explain to me why Heung-min Son is not up for PFA Player of the Year? Is there any logic behind that?
No, they should give us how they nominate players. On what category do they nominate players? There should be questions, to be honest. It's not normal. He's a player that's going for the Golden Boot. I'm sorry, but Gallagher, he's mid-table of the Premier League. There's no logic behind it, to be honest.
What's your prediction then for Sunday, Essa?
It's a really tough game, but 4-0. Yeah, definitely 4-0.
Love that. Love the confidence. And look, we have to. I know what I've been saying at all stream about my worries going into it. We have to go into it confident. There's no other way. Against a team like Norwich, we just have to back our own ability because we're so much better than them. And look, I'm with you. Let's do it, and let's get Champions League. Thanks for coming on, Essa.
Thanks
for coming on. Big up, Essa. Really good call. Really enjoyed that chat. But let's move on to the Joracle. Jory, how you doing, buddy?
I'm good. I'm hot. It's hot here in Saudi Arabia.
You still riding in those sand dunes?
Yes, I am. I got another week of that. Yeah.
Brilliant. It looks like good fun on your Instagram story. Every second I'm seeing you on one of those buggies in the sand. It looks like good fun over there.
It is. It's hard work as fuck, but it's a lot of fun as well, I love it. I love myself a bit of an adventure, and this is certainly an adventure. So it's the locations we're shooting out here is absolutely out of this world. They are unbelievable. So I can recommend it if anybody's thinking about if Saudi Arabia is a country worth visiting. I would definitely say yes. At least this part of Saudi Arabia, like the northwest of Saudi Arabia, close to the Jordan border.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable nature here. So,
wow.
I recommend it.
Yeah.
But look, massive game this weekend. Massive game. All we need is a point, and Champions League is there for us. Do you have any sort of nerves coming into this, or are you just looking at an easy game, let's swat them aside and get into the Champions League?
Well, I shouldn't have any nerves, but it's first of all it's football, and second of all it's Spurs.
Yeah.
So and I have I've said a couple of times. I called in and said Doctor Tottenham was dead or quit, but he didn't quite quit. Clearly, he came back for a couple of calls since then, but no, I think we're gonna be fine with this. I think I think after this summer, I would be shocked after this summer if this just doesn't go away while Conte is here. This that feeling that we all have, like if anybody can bottle a sure thing, it's Spurs. But I think we know like that's not really gonna happen. Touch on wood, but it's also maybe also because it's been a while since we've been in Champions League. We really want this, so you get nervy about that as well. But no, I think it should be a routine, or not routine, but it's definitely one that a team like ours should simply just get done, finished, no discussion really, So
Do you think, Jory, on Sunday? Do you think it's going to be like an easy victory? Do you think we could, they've been battered a lot recently, Norwich, 3-4-0. Do you think it's going to be a game like that, or do you envisage maybe a bit more nervy game, just Tottenham making sure they don't concede, because, a clean sheet and win the Champions League next season?
Yeah. No, to be honest, I think I don't like if there's something Conte hates, it's a 1-goal difference, especially early, so he will go for the early goal. Once the early goal is there, then Norwich got absolutely no reason to stay back. They should then open up a little bit, I think. And after that, I think if we get that early goal, it'll be a fun, battering. Let's hope so. But I think it's always going to be like a 3-0 thing or whatever. And if we're focused, we'll keep a clean sheet as well. I mean, Pukki is an impressive player, to be honest. He gets so little and difficult service, and he actually manages to make a lot of it. So he could definitely slip through once at least. So hopefully also we'll see everybody keep their focus and their discipline, and I think that's really the big test here is like, are we able to, subdue our emotions and just, be professionals and just keep our focus and get it in the bank, So, my expectation is that we will, I think so.
So Gary Lineker's just tweeted as of 1 minute ago. I'm not sure if he's joking, but he says he's not. He says, hearing there's a food poisoning outbreak at Spurs, and no, I'm not joking.
Nah,
like this is not the first time, as we all know. This is what Conte is about. Like I when I heard this now, I thought like, the whole freaking house is rotten. It's there's a lot of incompetence that's being tolerated in our club. We gotta that kitchen staff. If that's not acceptable. That's like a completely unacceptable. We're running a top tier football club. You cannot have food poisoning in such an organization. That's not an option. And why are we hearing about this for the second time in a couple of years? This is insane. I think if that's true, and
surely this can't be true.
If it's
true,
no
way is it true? Surely not. I can't.
I mean, I don't follow Lineker on Twitter, to be honest. I don't spend much time on Twitter in general, so I don't know how he tweets, if he's likely to make a joke like that, or if
I'm not too sure. I just saw someone in the comments go check Gary Lineker's tweet, and I just did, and that's what it said. I'm not sure what he's usually like. It doesn't seem like he makes...
He does like a joke or two, but he says, no, I'm not joking at the end of it. And I don't know if it's food poisoning, but maybe he has, because we have had a virus go around the club last week. So maybe maybe he's talking about that. And if that could definitely be true. But I've just seen the video of them training, and no one seemed to be missing. That was as of today.
I was about to watch that actually. Yeah.
Yeah, and everyone was there. No one was. No one. I couldn't see anyone missing except for maybe Romero, who we know is going to be injured anyway. So I don't know. Maybe is it as of now? Who knows? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know whether he's having us on or. It seems definitely the kind of thing he would joke about, but he does say, "No, I'm not joking" at the end. But maybe that's also part of the joke. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Bad humor if it is, but
it will definitely have us on edge. That's for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
There's always has to be something to put that doubt in your mind with Tottenham Hotspur. But look, let's try and forget about that for now.
Yeah.
I was
gonna say even if we have to play second choice in maybe half the team or more, we should still get it done. You know, our second choice would definitely be able to. I mean, they've been training under Conte as well, and we've seen it with Sanchez and so on. Like big up to Sanchez. He just came in and did a great job. You know, he actually was the pre-assist to the goal that Sonny ended up setting. You know, for the third goal. I mean, in the London derby, and so you know, like this is what Conte brings is more and more stability in these manners, and I think we'll see more of that now, even if we have to use a lot of second choice players for that. You might worry, like if a Winks has to take the people who are on their way out and are maybe a little bit feel scorned by the present situation or something, but yeah, I don't think I really like. You know, if we mess it up, we don't deserve it anyway. That's how I feel. You know,
What food poisoning or not?
I mean that's not on us, of course. Like, well, it's on the organization. I'm sorry, it's on the organization. This is the feeling I've always had. It's too much of a little cozy English club there. You know, you need to get some angry people all around the place. You know. Who are slightly insane, like Conte, who will not accept, you know, who won't give you a second chance, who won't accept, you know, cutting corners and shortcuts and less discipline and so on. You know, this is not the organization for it. You know, so yeah, I like two famous incidents of food poisoning to the same club is not. It's not acceptable at all, you know. So, so I can put that on Tottenham, but not on the squad, not on the players for sure. But
do you think if let's say this is genuine and there is a food poisoning outbreak, do you think we should still be able to get a draw with, you know, some players missing?
I mean, unless it's a complete disaster and we're using youth players or something, I think like our second choice players, you know, it might be more of a tough one. You know, at least I would say even if we put out a full second choice team, they should at least be able to get a draw. You know, and that's what we need. You know, so but like I don't believe that I can't believe that's the situation that we have to replace so many players. I mean, if it's food poisoning, if it's true, hopefully it'll be contained to 2 or 3 players at the most, you know. But yeah, it's not great news to hear this, to be honest. I was gonna say, I was actually about before you said that, Ben. I was about to say like, now we can go into the summer and really build the Conte project and we can leave this Spursy stuff behind, and we can watch the era of woolsiness ensue, you know, on the other side of the road, you know. We should definitely try and promote that, you know, trust Arteta and all of that, you know, keep that going, and I think that's only added joy to our next season. I think I think we're going to be seeing a bit of an implosion there,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I think it's already started a little bit, right?
Yeah, I agree. And I think if he gets off to a bad start next season, I do think it kind of be curtains for
Yeah.
Arteta. I
Yeah.
really believe that. But look, we've got Heung-min Son, 1 goal away from Mo Salah going into the last game. You backing him to get the Golden Boot?
Yeah, I am. I think. I mean, let's just talk until this is confirmed. Let's just ignore this food
Yeah,
poisoning
agreed.
and if a regular team shows up, I expect we'll get the first goal around within or around the 20-minute mark, and after that it will probably be a Sonny show for sure. I think Sonny will be taking the striker's role, and everybody will be trying to service him like mad. Long balls, crosses, Harry Kane, flicking on all of that. So so I can see Sonny definitely taking the golden boot in this game. I really don't think it's a stretch to imagine that. But even if he doesn't, he's been amazing. I mean, he's doing no pens, and he's still up there, and he's what wasn't it the second highest left foot scorer in the league, and I seem to remember you guys saying that. So
Yeah.
his stats are amazing. I also heard he has the lowest xG of his goals in all of Europe. So he's scoring the most difficult goals of all forwards
Yeah.
in Europe.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, what can we say? We're blessed to have these two guys.
We are,
And
Jory. We are blessed to have these guys, and all those stats you're saying are completely true, and he's had an unbelievable season. But why has he not been nominated for PFA Player of the Year? I mean, you've got the likes of Conor Gallagher, Phil Foden all ahead of him. You've got Mo Salah, Kevin De Bruyne, Declan Rice, and Trent Alexander-Arnold, but no nomination for Heung-min Son.
Yeah, I think it's part of. I definitely think that's part of the whole thing. Son is such a nice boy, Asian boy. Like, he's not like Sonny has always kept his ego intact, and a little bit to his detriment. I was really happy seeing how pissed he got when he got subbed in the North London derby. Because we need Sonny to be a little bit more of a have a little bit of an ego. It'll only help him in the game, I think, and I think that's starting now, really. So I think that's part of it. I think, of course, a big part of it is Spurs. Being a Spurs player, I think a lot of people in the league know that we're actually holding our own and exceeding them in many areas, but they don't want to give us the credit. Like, I think a lot of people want to keep Spurs in the mid-table bracket, but we're just gonna have to, break into the top and like completely, put that conversation to rest. But I think like people are hoping that we're kind of marginal, like we're in and out of the top. We'll do something amazing like the Man City game, and we'll lose to Burnley and that stuff. So that kind of marginalizes us for many of the top accolades in the conversation, I think. But I think also that those days are about to be over. To be honest, I think really Arsenal is slowly taking our old role of that. Like they might have the odd game that's where they really look together and play well and all that, but overall, it's gonna be like a club that's defined more by their lack of discipline and their instability and stuff like that. So are you
Yeah,
there, guys?
I wouldn't say so slowly, Jory. Actually, I'd say they're very quickly.
Yeah,
taking out
yeah. I'm just. I don't want to get over eager because it's almost too good to be true, right? We're having this Conte project where we're almost in the Champions League already, and Arsenal is imploding. I mean, You know, how many times can Christmas come in 1 year? You know, so.
Jory, before we let you go, what's your score prediction for Sunday?
So I'm gonna have to give you one non-food poisoning score prediction, and that's gonna be a 4-0.
4-0, brilliant.
Yeah.
And what about a food poisoning prediction?
Food poisoning prediction, I'm gonna go for a nervy 1-0.
1-0. All right, brilliant stuff, Jory. Thanks for
All right,
calling in
man.
today, mate. And hopefully next time we speak to you, we will be a Champions League team once again.
For sure. Take care, guys.
Big up. Come on.
All right, we've got some mixed news. There is no suggestion of food poisoning outbreak at Tottenham right now, according to Theo, Alistair Gold and Charlie Eccleshare. However, they have reported that Harry Kane has been feeling unwell today and has cancelled a media event this afternoon as a precaution. But there is no food poisoning outbreak at Tottenham, as has been suggested. No other players are feeling unwell, according to Charlie Eccleshare, but Kane is feeling unwell right now.
God's sake.
Which is not good. So I guess he'll have to be assessed before Sunday. It looks like Kane might be a doubt for Sunday. We'll have to wait and see. But he has been feeling not 100%.
Bloody hell. Gary Lineker has tweeted again, apparently.
To say what?
It's a joke, basically.
He said it was a joke.
Pretty much.
Don't do that. Don't do that to us, Gary.
But with Kane feeling unwell, that's still that's not good. That is not good at all. But having said that, Lloris was feeling unwell and he played the whole game, didn't he? And played
He was
quite
fine.
well.
Yeah, knowing Kane, he'll probably want to play anyway. But it's not good that he is not feeling well right now.
And if he's cancelled these media events as a precaution, that kind of says to me that he still could feeling well enough to go.
Yeah, they're always going to say it's a precaution, aren't they?
Yeah.
Whether it is or not, we don't know. Looks like Gary Lineker, whatever he said was a joke, but it seems like Kane is actually feeling unwell, so that's also not good.
Yeah. Anyway, let's bring
bad
on
news.
Brian Daigle and let's get his opinions on the whole matter. No, let's bring him on. Brian, how are we doing, brother?
I am doing very, very good, lads. How are you both?
Good, good. Obviously got a bit of nerves coming into the game this weekend, but still fully expect us to get the job done. How are you feeling coming into it?
I'm feeling exactly the same, with or without Kane. I mean, it's refreshing to hear the news that Simeon just said that it's that it doesn't seem that there's a huge outbreak, and it may just be Kane that's feeling unwell. Do you know what? I think with or without Kane, we're gonna be too strong for them. So I'm fully confident. But the one thing I will say regarding this food poisoning outbreak or non-food poisoning, I just don't understand when it comes to important games like this, why the club don't just say, right, the personal chefs at the club, like in the camp where they train, they are making all your food.
I think they have
do.
said that. They do say that.
Well, then we need to sack that chef, don't we? Off you trot, mate. As if you're in the Apprentice. You're fired.
But it's not like, I mean, this hasn't happened since 2006. I mean, and it hasn't happened now.
Yeah, well, there's no 2006. We know it was the hotel.
Yeah.
Whatever happened in the hotel, you can't kind of control that. So that's out of Tottenham's remit. But if Tottenham have been doing that, and then everything that's been ordered has come from the club, then you've got to have a question with your own. At least you narrow it down, kind of thing. But yeah, listen, it seems like there is no outbreak. So let's not even discuss an outbreak. Let's just discuss happiness.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, coming into this game, how's your nerves? How's your nerves keeping? And how do you think it's going to play out? Any worries about this Norwich team whatsoever?
No. My
You're
nerves
worried about yourself.
My nerves going into this game are very, very calm. But you asked me that 15 minutes before kickoff, and I might change my mind. But right now, it's nice and relaxed. It's nice and calm. We just need to make sure we don't lose. Obviously, don't go there playing for the draw. Go for the win. And obviously, I think they will do to try and get the golden boot for Sonny. So yeah, I'm going into this game very confidently. And I've got the shirt, boys. I've got the shirt, so it's all good.
What the hell am I worrying about? What the hell am I worrying about? You got the shirt.
Exactly. I said, everyone that was nervous, don't worry. The shirt is coming out. There will be a tweet with me coming out with it at the Scotland Yard, ready for the game, mate. And like I said, it's mainly it is at the Scotland Yard where we haven't dropped points. I mean, I wore it for Burnley when I was at home, but it's at the Scotland Yard as well where this whole thing goes on. So I'm at the Scotland Yard. I'm wearing the shirt. It's 3 points, guys.
Yeah,
well, as long as you have the shirt, we got nothing to worry about.
Scrap everything I said about the nerves. Scrap everything I said about it. Just, anything can happen in football. Brian has the shirt on. So 3 points is a given.
Damn, goddamn right. It's just how many goals we get. But yeah, it's a nice way to end the season. And one thing I will say, I mean, I don't know if you've spoken about it, and it's kind of off of Tottenham. I just want to say, he may be an ex-Gooner, but what Patrick Vieira did last night, I think it was bang on.
Yeah, I agree. And if he gets in any trouble, I'll be disgraced.
Exactly. I mean, you look at it after what happened with Billy Sharp at a ground he used to play at. They did that. Then it happened at Port Vale, and it's happening way too much. And of course he's going to retaliate. He doesn't know the safety of himself. And all I will say to the Everton fans, is you picked the wrong guy to try and muck about with. I wouldn't really want to mess with a Patrick Vieira that's just lost a game of football.
Yeah, definitely right. Brian, on Sunday, how do you see the game going? Do you think it'll be a bit more of like a nervy game where we just focus on not conceding and because we know a clean sheet gets us Champions League football? Or do you think, we go all out for the win and we try and get as many goals as possible and try and turn it into a rout?
So do you know what? I've been to-ing and fro-ing with what we do here. Now, I've got a feeling, I've got two scenarios. Either they both end up with the same score, and I'm actually going for the Bob Spur Classic today in my prediction. But I've got a feeling Norwich might come out and get an early goal. I've got a real feeling that, I don't know what Jory said about I think there might be an early goal. I think it may be Norwich, but I think once that goes in, that will just kick us into another gear and off we go. Or the other way is we just come out all guns blazing. I think there will be an early goal, and obviously it just depends who it goes to. But you know what? Norwich come out. It's the ideal team for us to see. Don't you think, boys? There's a protest there going on. The fans are going to want to see some decent football, which Norwich do. They're not worried about goal difference or anything. It's set in stone that they're going down, and they're going to come out and try and give an account of themselves and try and send the fans off happy. And I don't think that's sitting back and defending a 0-0. So I am very, very confident with us getting the Bob Classic score. It's just how we go about it.
And Heung-min Son obviously going for the Golden Boot. First of all, do you believe he'll get it? And second of all, why the hell is he not up for PFA Player of the Year?
So first of all, I think he's going to get a hat trick. out of that
I
prediction.
predicted that too, yeah.
So I'm going for the 4-1 with the Son hat trick. And the thing is, if Kane doesn't play, well, we'll definitely be taking penalties if we get one, won't he? So we'll see what happens with that. But do you know what? I'm absolutely disgusted, furious, and in disbelief, but in real belief with how the fucking media are and how the FA are with not getting Son in. You watch all of Sky, all of BT, all of BBC Match. Even the written press, the worldwide press, everyone talks about how great Son he is. He's world class. He's world class. What a season! What a stellar season! He stepped up. He stepped up. He stepped up. How he is not in that team, in that list for Premier League Player of the Year, I think it's an absolute disgrace. And the Premier League and the FA should hang themselves in shame. And whoever else votes to get this shortlist down, I think it's an absolute goddamn disgrace. Don't get me wrong, during the season, I was one of them where some went through that little kind of patch before this great patch saying, do you know what? He needs a rest. And the only reason I said he needs a rest is because, as I've always said, he's overplayed and undervalued. And by undervalued, I mean, if you're fit, you play. And he looked knackered, but he totally deserves to be on that shortlist, if not the winner, in all honesty. And I think it's an absolute disgrace that he's not even mentioned. It's disgusting.
And, you know, when you cast your mind back to the Arsenal-Newcastle game, after that game, Carragher and Neville were talking about their picks for Player of the Year. Gary Neville gave it to Son, his Player of the Year. And you got players on there on the list. You got Conor Gallagher, Mo Salah, Phil Foden, Kevin De Bruyne, Rice, and Alexander-Arnold. I mean, in what world has Son not been better than Foden and Conor Gallagher?
So do you know what? Those are the two we need to talk about. Phil Foden, I can kind of understand getting in because he's a young English. I know Conor Gallagher, I'm going to get to Gallagher, but he's done it. He's been there. And of course, he plays for Man City, who are always in the championship race, who are always getting far in the Champions League. And we all have to love Joe Foden. And apparently he's the next Gaza and all that bullshit. So I kind of get why he's been put there because of who Conor Gallagher, don't get me wrong, has had a fantastic season. And he looks a real talent, or he is going to be a real talent, doesn't look. And we don't know if he'll continue at Chelsea or he'll go elsewhere. But he's had a great first breakout season. Young Player of the Year, maybe.
Yeah.
You do not get... Dele Alli did more than you when he got Young Player of the Year 2 years in a row. He did not get, boom, Player of the Year. So I don't know where the hell this has come from or how the hell he has just been elevated into the big boys. Don't get me wrong, he's had a phenomenal season. And I've been very impressed with him. But there is no way you deserve to be on that list. No way. Young player, completely, totally, utterly agree.
Yeah.
Player of the Year, behave.
Yeah, exactly. Completely agree.
Behave. It's an outrage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Brian, thank you so much for coming on today, my friend. Have a good weekend. And next time we speak online, hopefully, Champions League football.
When we next speak back online, I'll be able to do this properly and mean what I'm going to say because I'm still on my curfew with Paddy until after the match. But one thing I will say, we are doing a live show on Tottenham on Tour, which may get a little bit out of hand. It's at 4 p.m. Your time, 11 a.m. here, which is basically going to be called Ask Us Anything. We did a show the other week when we were meant to have someone come on, but they had technical issues. So we had people in the chat ask us any question, and we're going to answer it. And that's what this whole show is going to be about. So it could be professional, football related, non-football related. At 4 p.m, Ask Us Anything, just me and Brian Ireland. So that show may get a little out of hand. But I will say Shabbat Shalom to you two. Shabbat Shalom to your family. Everyone in the chat, have a phenomenal weekend. Let's go celebrate for Champions League. And as always, for the last time, but you know what I mean, back Conte.
Come on, you
Damn
Spurs.
right. Nice one, Brian. A few more updates then from Ali Gold and some other people. Ali Gold has followed on from his tweet saying no suggestion of food poisoning outbreak at Tottenham despite rumours. However, Harry Kane has been feeling unwell, not food poisoning, and will be assessed ahead of Sunday's game. He follows that on saying Kane trained yesterday and was meant to be at a media event this evening, but pulled out as a precaution, not COVID. Well, certainly not at this point. Conte will be with us shortly to explain, which he is doing his press conference very soon. Spurs ITK Hub saying they've been told from Midas, I don't know how reliable Midas is, but he said they've been told by Midas Kane has a virus and is going to travel to Norwich on his own. He said he usually tells me if it is COVID. So it looks like Kane will still be travelling, but might not be, but maybe separate from the other players just to make sure that he doesn't pass anything on. Well, but it sounds like he is a bit of a doubt now for Sunday, which isn't great.
It's worrying. It is worrying. If Kane is like not well, but still wants to play, surely you play him still, don't you?
Depends how bad he is.
Yeah, obviously if he's like throwing up and stuff like that, you don't want him to play. But who else do you play there? You play Bergwijn up there?
Yeah.
You move to a 3-5-2?
You could maybe put Son up top. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Put either Son up top or Bergwijn up front, or Bergwijn from the left and or Bergwijn up top and Son on the left. But I think Bergwijn should be the one, because if you put Lucas in, not sure how you play that. Let's put Lucas on the left and Son up top.
Nah, I would put Son on the left and Bergwijn up top, in my opinion. But you know, a lot of people in the chat are saying that the PFA thing, that Son is up for it. I'm literally on their website and I can vote on it, and these 6 are the only nominations. Gallagher, Salah, Trent, De Bruyne, Foden, and Rice.
It's the other
So
player of the
I
year,
think you guys are just getting the two systems mixed up with each other, because Son was up for Player of the Year, I think it was. So, but he's not up for PFA Player of the Year. But anyway, let's keep going with our guests. Let's bring on KPV.
Hello there.
Hello there, KPV. How are you?
I'm good. Just finished work earlier.
Very nice. Very nice. Did you have a good day?
Yeah, I was working, so all good. But yeah, I'm back home. I'm back, and I want to get something off my chest.
Here we go.
What was all that about Tuesday? Headbutting Billy Sharp, he didn't do nothing. And then a Forest fan, the geezer played there for, I don't know, a long time. Then he does that. Disgrace. Seriously. Go. Go where you came from. Go back. Never come to the games again. And then 24 hours later, you bring on a fucking ex-Gooner, take a penalty. Never trust a Gooner. Never. Rangers did brilliant. Should be proud of how far they came. But never trust a Gooner. I'm sorry. Well played. You done brilliant. Disgrace. Bringing him on. Disgrace, boys. And then Port Vale as well. Everything. And then Vieira, I'm sorry, out of line, kid. No one likes him. Ex-Gooner, do one, mate. And what was that? Kicking Everton fan. But I must say, Dele Alli kept them up. And well played, kid. Even though we just sold him to Everton, they don't, and he's not starting. Like, where's he going to go?
Yeah, maybe he will end up staying at Everton. Maybe that was the kind of kickstart he needed for his Everton career. But look, let's talk about the game this weekend. Spurs, Norwich, Harry Kane potentially being a doubt for the game. Are you worried coming into the game?
No, I'm not worried. Like, Cooley was on the bench for the Burnley game. Kulusevski was on the bench for the Burnley game, and he still came on, done well. Like, put Kane on the bench and bring him on. Like, he does want to pass that around. Like, no one else wants to have it. So maybe put him on the bench. I start Kulusevski, Son, and Bergwijn. Not Lucas. No offense, but I'd rather have Son, Kulu, and Bergwijn for me.
Son, Kulu, and Bergwijn. So you would put Kane on the bench. But any nerves in terms of what a big game it is coming into this?
Yeah, I think this is the one we need to win, because if something serves me right, on the final day of the 2012-13 season, we beat Sunderland, and Newcastle lost to Arsenal because we needed Newcastle to do us a favour, but the filth won. So we don't want a repeat of that season, winning 1-0 and they still won. But so it needs to be the other way round. Like, I saw on WhatsApp, someone put, oh, Norwich have scored Pookie 2, but Arsenal lose 3-1. Fake. It's going the other way. Like, Tim Krul seems to turn up against us, don't he? Tim Krul, their goalkeeper. Like,
he doesn't play for them, does he?
Tim
Krul?
He
does.
As in he doesn't play?
Yeah, Tim Krul
does. He doesn't start, you mean? Yeah. It'll be Gunn, probably.
Oh, Gunn, I mean. Oh, the former ex-Southampton keeper. So, that's good. Gunn, whatever your name is, I don't care. You're still getting battered because you lost 3-0 when Lucas scored that stunner. Like, and why is Son not nominated for PFA Player of the Year? How is Gallagher ahead of him? I do not know. He's been brilliant. The Premier League and FA should be ashamed. They don't like him. Do one. Put him in, but he's nominated for Players Player of the Year, not PFA. Bale's won it before. He pipped the biting bit Suarez to it in 2013, and now Son has not made it. I'm sorry.
Has Kane won it before?
What?
PFA Player of the Year?
No, I don't think so. I don't think he's ever won it.
Bale's the only one, I think. I think Bale's the only Spurs player that won it, and that was his last season with us before he went to Madrid for big money. Then
Ginola won it as well.
Was that the season we won the Worthington Cup in '99? Yes.
Yeah, and the season United won the treble.
Oh yeah, but yeah, Ginola. But so there's only 2 Spurs players that won it. Dele Alli got the young player of the year, Gallagher. Fair enough, but PFA Player of the Year, disgrace. Son has been brilliant. He's got more goals than him, and he's not made it. Disgrace, Premier League. But Sunday, like, I'm going for Son hat-trick. He's going to score, and like Kulusevski scores again away. He's only scored away goals, but if Kane does come on, then he'll score. But yeah, Son needs to score that. He wants that golden boot. Obviously, yeah, 4-0. And yeah, Son hat-trick, then what, 22, 23? That would be 24 goals he scored. But yeah, hat-trick for Son, golden boot. Happy days.
All right. Big up,
All right.
Carl. Big up.
And,
have a good
yeah.
weekend. Hopefully next time I speak to you, we will be in the Champions League.
Yeah, one more thing before I go. As announced by Sky Sports, our game will be on the red button.
Oh, really?
Yep.
I thought they said it's not being televised.
Yeah, it'll be on the red button. So, are you guys going?
Of course.
Yay! So, enjoy. And, yeah, 4-0. What's your score prediction?
I went 3-0, Sim went 4-0.
Oh, so 4-0, Sim. And so you guys don't predict. Yeah, you don't predict the Prem, and you've gone for Sonny. Pretty good. Yay! So 4-0, 4-0. You went 3-0, Ben.
Yeah.
Oh, so Ben needs to get at least 29 or 30 points if he wants to beat Sim for this predict the Prem score. You need.
I got 10 points on him yesterday, Carl.
Or what? Was it the what?
I got 2 correct, 2 5-pointers and a 3-pointer, and Sim got a 3-pointer yesterday.
Well, what did you get right?
I got 1-1 in both of the 1-1 games, and I put 3-2 to Everton. I mean, I put 2-1 to Everton, and it was 3-2 to Everton.
Oh, lucky you then. So,
lucky me, indeed.
Well, that's good then. And yeah, I'll see you all maybe next Monday for the Good Morning Tottenham review for the Norwich game. And as always, back Conte.
Come on.
Nice one.
Nice one, Carl. Mate. We'll speak to you soon. Big up.
A few more rumours saying that Kane has a virus and is travelling to Norwich on his own. Sessegnon and Emerson also struggling.
God. Who's this from?
Some ITK, who's apparently reliable.
Why do they do this to us?
Sessegnon
Seriously,
and Emerson
why do
also
they do this to us?
struggling. We'll hear from Conte shortly. So hopefully he'll clear things up. But it sounds like maybe it's more than just Kane. Hope that's not true.
Why do they do this to us, Tottenham Hotspur?
Graham Roberts replied to Lineker saying, fake news, it's not true. And then Lineker replied to him saying, I wish it was.
Oh, so he wasn't joking. Was he joking or not?
Don't know.
What is going on? Oh, this bloody football club, I swear, going to be the end of me. Super chat here from Brian Daigle. Member for 21 months, Brian. Big up, says Ben and Simeon. Thank you, bros, once again for giving us non-stop fantastic content all season. Can't wait to see you both in 13 days. Love you both. Big up, Brian. Thanks a lot for the message. Essa El Shamari saying, is Johnston really the answer? Don't we need to build for the future? 29 isn't that old, but isn't that young too? I mean, for a backup keeper, fairly good keeper as well, and adds to the homegrown quota. I think it's a good signing, to be fair. I really do.
Yeah, Dav, look, we got to remember Lloris is leaving. It's not like we're not going to sign another keeper when Lloris leaves, but he's here for another 2 years, so I've got no problem with having a backup keeper like Johnston.
And Runa LB says, how would Lineker know before anyone else? I don't know. Maybe he's got some information from the club, or he's
he knows people, Lineker, doesn't he?
Connected to someone
must know
inside
people.
the club. You know what I mean?
He knows people. He's Gary Lineker.
Yeah, exactly. But let's keep going on with the guests. Who is up next? We got Bobby K. Is Bobby K. Is Bobby K.
Again, he's saying it's not fake news, Ramon Vega. Oh, he's on mute, Bobby.
Bobby, you're on mute. Come on, man.
What? What are you talking about? I don't make rookie mistakes now. This is like the 5th time I've been on the show. Hey, it's my phone. It's my phone. That's what it is. Yes.
Oh, okay, fine.
You know how it is. We Indians are not good with technology, okay?
Bobby.
How are you, fellas? What's the matter? I'm sensing tension in that room, fellas. What's going on?
Wow, there is tension, news, man. There is tension.
It's Friday. The sun is shining. We're 2 days from game day. We're 2 days from kicking ass. Lighten the mood up, fellas. It's Ben and Sim. It's Ben and Sim. It's Ben and Sim. Relax. We got this. And you know why we got this? Because it doesn't matter if Norwich wins 3-0. Because Everton are going to stick it right up Arsenal's ass. So they're not going to get a point. And we're good to go. So
let's assume for a second, Bobby. Let's assume for a second that Arsenal do take 3 points this weekend. How worried are you going into this with this news coming out about all this illness going in with the squad? Harry Kane, a potential doubt. Sessegnon and Emerson as well. A bit of news coming out about them. Are you not starting to worry at all?
No, I don't like to worry. Why worry about it? You know, if we're going to be short players and again, we've had this situation through the whole year, guys. You know, we've had a short bench. We've had short quality. We've just been lacking and stuff. But somehow Conte has still got it done. With these boys, from where we were when this man came in to where we are now, we have achieved massive things as far as I'm concerned. I know we haven't got a trophy, but we have edged closer to a goal. It finally seems like we have a system in place. It finally seems like the formations are in place. It finally seems like the players are motivated and reignited. The Kane loss would be massive, but at the end of the day, maybe it'd be a blessing in disguise for Sonny, because he's going to go to Norwich and he's going to have some canaries for lunch. And he'd better bring his bib, baby, because he's got to get that golden boot. Go on, Sonny. It's all yours, baby. Screw this PFA bullshit, racist bastards not picking him. Whatever. You know, we in our hearts know it. The true purist football fans know it out there from whatever team you support. You look at that man and you know he is pure quality. There's not a single friend of mine that doesn't support another team that wouldn't say they would take Sonny in their team tomorrow. So, you know, there's a few names on that list. I think, what is it, 4 right now, first team players that are affected?
Well, this is just rumours at the moment, but Harry Kane does seem to be a doubt. I mean, he's cancelled some sort of media.
That's confirmed. Kane's the only one confirmed, definitely a doubt. There are rumours about Emerson.
He's a doubt, but he's not out.
Correct.
Okay.
Emerson and Sessegnon, there's rumours. And then obviously Gary Lineker did a tweet earlier saying there's been a food poisoning outbreak at Tottenham. A lot of people calling it fake news, but he's sticking to his guns, Gary Lineker. Ramon Vega retweeted it saying it's fake news, and Lineker replied to him saying it's not fake news. So I don't know what Gary knows, if he knows more than
I don't know what the British
else.
Media knows. Honestly, your British media over there, man, the amount of shit they spew out is absolutely unbelievable. It's crazy. But, you know, we don't know. Is it a virus? Is he just picked up a bug or something? Or he's just a doubt? Currently, it's just a doubt, right?
Yeah, but we know last week for sure, Kulusevski, Golini, and Lloris were ill. And
Lloris played and played well.
Lloris played. Kulusevski came off the bench. But if they have caught that, you know, some of the other players, that is a bit of a concern, is it not?
Of course it is. You know, you don't want a team going out there feeling ill. But in reality, when we're talking about a team that's at the bottom of the table, and, you know, the numbers you guys were putting out, what was it? They've conceded something like 15 goals in their last 5 games, and it just, when you weigh the two teams against each other, Tottenham coming out at 60% should be able to get the job done. That's the way I look at it. We should be able to get the job done. We need a point. If, you know, I have complete faith in Conte that he's going to look at the team, he's going to assess and see, okay, what the fitness levels are, what people can handle. Are they going to be able to give me a full 90 minutes the way I want it, with the running up the wings and everything like that? Or are we going to have to just sit back and absorb pressure and hope we hit him with the Sonny counterattack? That's the one thing I'm loving about Conte, because it seemed like with previous managers, there was no tactical switches and stuff like that. And for Conte to adjust the team, and obviously formation-wise, he can't change too much because of he's lacking. The tools are not there for him to work with. But he still seems to somehow get a result, and that's all I care about. You know, we just need to get a point. I know the pressure's on and everything. We we ourselves as fans, we're stressing ourselves out because we have this whole Spursy bullshit still in our heads and everything. This man has come to wash that away. The Don Dada of Spursy goodbye is here. So let's finally get rid of this term and let's move on. It's time for the new one. It's RC now. So let them carry on with that. And we just got to just stay positive, guys, because, again, we weren't expected to be in this position. We weren't even hoping to get into Champions League, Europa at best. And here we are right there. We're just right there. We just need to kind of get that little push over. And I honestly believe that we will get, at very minimum, we're going to get the point. I have no doubt about that. God, I hope I don't get clipped by some Arsenal fan and have to pay for this later. But
Don't worry, Bobby. Don't worry, Bobby. Cody Mack is in the comments.
Oh shit! No, Cody,
Be careful what
Cody
you
and
say,
me.
my friend. Be careful what you say.
Me and Cody, we're brothers from other mothers. That's what it is. Yes. Yeah, but he's Cody's a gem, and let's be fair, you just had Brian Daigle on, so he's probably editing the clips that he made with Brian, so he might not even pick up on me being in here right now. But I think worst case scenario, it will be a draw at very least. I'm optimistic. I'm going to do the pure Bollywood style plagiarism here, and I'm going to steal from the legend himself, Bob Spur, and I'm not going to steal 4-1 because that's full plagiarism. Bollywood plagiarism is only 99%, so I'm going 4-0. Spurs are going to get it done. Not to worry, boys. Shake off the stress, fellas. Enjoy yourselves, man. The Daniels brothers look good when they're smiling, but what they don't look good at is when they're diving in the box when they're playing in the Tottenham Stadium. So,
excuse me.
What was that?
Excuse me.
It's Ben Daniels. He's got the ball. Oi.
That was 100% a nailed-on foul.
Sorry, didn't they do a VAR review?
They did, and the free kick was given.
Oh, was it? But I noticed the referees was carrying a little brown envelope when he came back from the television.
Yeah, that was my brown paper. How did you catch on to my tricks, mate? How did you catch
Allegedly, right? Allegedly.
Everything's allegedly these days, Bobby K. You should know that.
Yes, it is. But what an experience for you guys, man.
Yeah,
that was awesome.
Unbelievable.
So cool. Here I am as a fan, just hoping to get my ass in a seat to watch a game, and here you are on that. You were on that pitch. You ran out of that dressing room. You ran through the tunnel. Wow.
It was mental. It was a mental day, Bobby.
Surreal, man. It was absolutely surreal, and I'm just gutted I didn't get through in that moment and score a goal. I mean, I just wanted a shot on goal. Just a shot on goal. I couldn't even get that.
There's always next time, Benny.
Always
worry.
next time. Always next time.
Don't be stressing, man. Don't be stressing. Like I said, relax. We're into the last week of the season now. It's time to take it easy. You guys will have a little bit of a break. We can get you on our show finally.
100%.
Just unwind, and it's
I'm
time to
not
sit
unwinding
back.
until I hear that Champions League music, my friend. I'm not unwinding until we're qualified for that Champions League.
Well, you're going to be hearing the Champions League music very soon, and then I think you're going to hear doom, doom, da, doom right after that or something like that too, right? So, just you got bigger stresses coming, buddy. Don't worry about football.
I do not have bigger stresses coming.
Well, I mean, bigger happiness, bigger joys. Yes, that's what it is. Yes. Yeah, I've been married 21 happy years. It's fantastic. It really is. I recommend it to everybody. I think you should do it. The joy that you are brought is unbelievable. It's pure bliss. Really. Every day I wake up and it's just like a rainbow over my head. I don't understand why you're laughing.
Just see how much joy you're
so
going through,
happy.
Bobby.
You're
every
very
day.
authentic.
So much
Yeah,
joy.
I really am happy. Nah, man, it's gonna be awesome, man. I like I said to you, Ben, you got a good girl there. She loves Tottenham and she loves football. There's two gold stars right there, baby. That's all that matters. But yeah, guys, take it easy. Are you going? Either of you going up to the game?
We both are. Yeah, we both are.
You both are. Wicked. What about Gramps? Is he going?
No, unfortunately not. Yeah, but look,
Grandpa's
at the
not
end of the
coming?
day, it's Simeon's birthday on Sunday, so it's not possible that we don't do it.
Nice. Well, happy
Champions League
early
on my
birthday
birthday.
to you, Sim.
Thank
3
you, Bobby.
points. I'm gift wrapping them. I'm sending them via Amazon or UPS right now, or whatever, Royal Mail, or whatever you guys use.
Next
It's
day
in the
delivery.
bag. That means
We got it.
now that you've made that announcement, the 3 points are guaranteed. Breathe
Damn
easy,
right.
boys. Now, Ben, all you've got to do is find Sim a nice Tottenham cake to celebrate and eat in front of the Canaries fans. You know, and give them a
Exactly.
slice. Give Delia a slice too, because she needs it, because she's apparently going to be getting some stick over there. So it'll be interesting. Like, they've got a lot of stuff. We're looking at all the things that are, oh my God, this black cloud is here. This black cloud is here. Look at the shit that they're going through. They've got some serious issues going on over there at that club. And on top of that, I understand that there's a fan protest scheduled for prior to the game.
Is that right?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, so there's a lot of toxic elements in that club right now too. So they're really, like they say, they're ripe for the picking, boys. You know, if we can't get this done, the sad reality is we don't fucking deserve to be in Champions League then. If we can't kill off a wounded animal that's pretty much lying there like that, saying, here, all you got to do is stick one little toothpick in me to finish me off, then we don't deserve it. I'm sorry to say. I know that doesn't appease some people, but that's the reality as far as I'm concerned. And on the flip side, that's not a reality that's going to happen. So we're going to get in there. We're going to get the job done. Our players are going to get it done. Again, with the rumors, so until we have concrete stuff, we can't really let them influence how we feel about the game. We can't let them influence how nervous we are and everything. We got to just go out there and do what we got to do in terms of making sure that we secure ourselves that very important spot. Give Conte and Paratici the power and the tools they need going into next season to really kick us up a level. You know, not this fake bullshit of, oh, we're going to build for the future, and we're putting one little brick on at a time. No, it's time to pop in a proper wall and a structure on top of this foundation we've got going, and really get in there. So I'm so happy to hear, you see Ali Gold's reporting consistently about things that are happening and rumors and stuff like that, and McKinney's already being talked to, and from my understanding, they're saying Dybala, they're not looking at Dybala anymore because he would not fit in Conte's system and the way the team is. So I'm just glad to hear that we're linked to these players now, not, in another 2 months where we're coming down to the end of the window kind of thing. So let's just hope that they can get things done. But for this Sunday, boys, relax. It's Sim's birthday. Sim, 25, baby. How you feeling?
25, I
You
wish.
gonna be okay?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I'll be. This is gonna be the best day of the year. 100%.
I'm sorry. Am
on.
I guessing too old? Your boyish good looks there. You might be only 19.
Just turning 18 on Sunday. Yeah.
18. There you go. So you can legally drink now, right?
Yeah,
No, in
just
England
about,
you can drink at what, 10, right?
Yeah. Once you turn 8, I think, yeah, then you can get your first
8?
drink.
Is it? Oh, they raised the age, no? Yeah,
Brilliant.
guys, keep smiling, keep the faith. Don't get too serious about this. We're gonna get this done. They're gonna get it done for Sim's birthday. I've made a new little contact over there, so I'm gonna send a message out over to him and saying, look, give them all Sim's birthday cake, and they'll be fine. They'll be motivated. They'll be ready for the game. The sugar levels will be up. The energy will be up. We can get this done before halftime. Sonny hat trick, and then 2 more in the second half, and that'll be 5 goals. So I said 4-0, so that doesn't add up. Obviously, my Indian math is not working. Let me get my calculator. Okay, so 3 Sun goals in the first half and 1 in the second half. Yeah, that adds up to 4. Yeah, okay, got it.
All right.
Big up. And by the way, on the Sim's birthday cake, if Sim's making the cake, they can only have it after the game.
Sim's making the cake?
We're not risking it before the game.
Well, I got the better cake.
No, I mean, yeah, I'm sure I have faith in Sim. I'm sure he's a great baker.
I baked the best cake.
Just watch the great Tottenham Bake Off. Bobby K, thank you so much for joining us today. Great call
Good to
as
see
always.
you, Bobby.
Great, good vibes.
Appreciate
and we'll
it.
see
Great
you
to
next
see
time,
you.
buddy.
Guys, I'll talk to you after we are in Champions League and after
Come
Sim's
on.
birthday.
Come on.
Come on, you Spurs.
Come on,
Definitely
Bobby.
more confident after hearing what Bobby K has to say. So Conte is just starting his press conference now, so I guess we'll see what he has to say. The Daily Mirror are reporting that Tottenham are very confident that there's not a wider issue at play in the Daily Mirror. They're saying Tottenham are very confident that there's not a wider issue at play, but Harry Kane, and they're confident that Kane with 48 hours to recover will be all right for Sunday. But Gary Lineker's still banging on that drum that there's a food poisoning outbreak, so I don't know. I don't know whether they're trying to cover it up just to placate the fans or whether there really isn't that big of an issue. I don't know.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see what Antonio Conte has to say in the press conference. We've got a couple guests left. Let's go to Lee. Is he there?
Is Lee there? Lee Man 4. I can see his curtains, but...
Yeah.
Oh, here he is.
Here he is. Let's bring him on. How you doing, Lee?
I'm great. Can you guys hear me?
We can. It's a slight lag, I think. You're moving quite slowly.
It's not the best connection, Lee. Yeah, I don't think we can quite hear you. Try just reconnecting. Is that better, actually? Can you hear us?
Try, yeah, just talk
Yeah,
for a bit.
I can hear you guys fine.
I think there's a bit too much of a lag. Try just disconnecting, reconnecting. We'll get you back on in a sec.
All right.
All right, try this. We'll get him back on.
All right, well, let's go to our next guest in the meantime. I believe it was Rovshan. Yes, Rovshan, how are you, my friend?
Thanks, fine. Can you hear me?
Perfectly, yes.
What about you?
Yeah, I mean, starting to get a bit of anxiety. If I didn't have some before without all this news coming through, I definitely have it now. And how are you feeling with it all?
You know, one regular day of Tottenham Hotspur. That's
exactly.
all I ask for, and it will never happen. Yeah, it was the thing that happened all the season. First, just the Romero quarantine thing, COVID thing, injury thing, and now it's just the end of the season, and we wish to get the top 4, and now food poisoning thing. Just irrelevant. What is that? Why food poisoning? Just one of our chefs is gonna maybe just. So irrelevant. You don't expect that kind of news when you go into the game you wish to win. Just, again, if that's only Kane, I don't see a problem because, again, it's Norwich, the most goals conceded, least goals scored, least points gained. Like, there's no reason why we can't win them. But if it's Sessegnon and Emerson as well, we don't have fullbacks. Will we go out to pitch with 9 men? So that's worrying. If it's Sessegnon and Emerson as well, yeah, I'm worried for that one. I'm not confident I can say. If
Sessegnon and Emerson are out, who do we play there?
Kulusevski and Bergwijn.
Interesting. I mean, are there any other options?
No other option, and just not all-out attack. That's it. And we can't put Lavinia in there. No regular, no Doherty. I haven't seen Bentancur in the training as well, but we will hear from Conte soon, so that's nothing to think about at the moment. Just, yeah, top 4 is coming, I believe, until the last week, until just the Newcastle result. I was not imagining myself, I just imagine Tottenham at Champions League. So it's actually great to feel now. I have been supporting Tottenham for 6 years. Literally, I have started supporting them when I watched football, and Tottenham were always in the Champions League. And the time we got into Europa League and Conference League, Champions League was missed. So that's why I'm excited that we're going to play against the big boys next season, like against the likes of, just big teams. Hopefully, and you cannot ask for a better fixture to get it done in the end of the season. Just the clueless team to play against. No danger or something like that. We beat them 3-0 in the early of the season. I'm excited. I'm worried as well. Just this food poisoning. Just I was watching AFTV back on the day in the Newcastle and one clueless guy just talk and say maybe they can have a dodgy lasagna again.
Yeah, I
I
saw
was
that.
like, he was joking like, how can it come and happen? Like it's so frustrating. Why did just the news like that? You just expect that how we're gonna play. You don't expect to think about who's gonna miss for food poisoning. Yeah, just I want this game to come and end as soon as possible. I can't wait. I don't want to overthink about it again. Unfortunately, 2 days after, I can't wait. On the other side, what?
Yeah, go on. No, go on.
Yeah, on the other side, and I don't expect Arsenal to win against Everton after Everton saved the place in the Premier League for the next season, but the passion they had, the how to say, the mind they have now compared to Arsenal's, which losing 2 games in a row and bottling it, so I don't think they will win it as well. So I'm 95% confident that we're gonna get top 4. If injury is not there, I'm confident for 100%. Yeah, you were going to ask something.
Can you already hear the Champions League music?
Rovshan, I think your microphone might be a bit too close to your speakers because your microphone's picking us up and we can't hear ourselves.
What about now?
I think that's a bit better. What were you asking, Sim?
I'm saying, could you already hear the Champions League music coming for next season? Do you think it's already in your head?
Yeah, since that Newcastle game, it has been in my head, and it has to be in my head. Come on, it's Norwich. Come on, like Norwich. Come on, man! And everyone is going for a Champions League. All the players want to play the Champions League, and they're not gonna get ahead of Norwich. I can't believe that. We're not conceding goals. Like we conceded 5 goals in the last 10 games, and we're going to concede just more than 1 goal against Norwich. No, I don't believe that. And we're not going to score. I don't believe that at all. We're going to get Champions League, and hopefully we will have a big summer. Like just if we get Europa League for somehow, let's say next season, the transfer list is out of the mind because really it's the thing. Champions League transfer list is completely different to Europa League transfer list in terms of attracting players, in terms of the money thing. We're going to get Champions League. Conte is a demanding manager. Fabio Paratici running the thing. We have to get just that's it. And we will get the players we want. We have Son and Kane for another 4 or 5 years, in my opinion, fully fit, fully in the best mood. The big times are coming for us, and I have always said from the beginning, I always trust and I always believe that this Conte era will be something special for Tottenham, more than what Pochettino did for us. I really believe that, and just we make sure we don't make him angry. Normally managers want to stay their job, do everything to stay at their job, not get sacked. But in that case, we want Conte to stay. We do everything, and he's bigger than us at this point, like seems as though. So I'm really excited. We'll miss Tottenham for 3 months in the summer. We will not watch them, and hopefully with the Champions League coming, the Champions League thing, group draw, if we go onto the knockouts, everything is just so exciting about that competition. Hopefully we go and win a trophy. And about just the last mention about the PFA Player of the Year nominations. I think if it's that so important, it's so just I don't understand. So, like Gallagher, I have read having 8 goals, 3 assists. Foden having 9 goals, 5 assists, and Son having 21 goals, and no need to mention assists because just goals are more than their goals and assists, and not getting place in a nomination for a PFA Player of the Year. What's the logic? 28 goals and assists. I think Harry Kane should be ahead of Gallagher and Foden. Meaningless list. I don't just put a mind on that too much. But again, I don't know what's the logic, and I will not know. Again, just this. Oh, thankfully, he's in the Premier League Player of the Year awards. Yeah, that's all I have to tell about the topics. And hopefully, we get the Champions League.
All right, let's hope so, Rovshan. Thank you so much for coming on, and we'll speak to you next time.
Thank you. See you. Bye.
Bye. All right, that was Rovshan. He's feeling quite confident about getting that top four.
A bit more. Yeah, go on.
I was just about to say it's worth noting that Antonio Conte has stated in his press conference that he thinks Kane should be okay for the game.
Yeah, journalist Rahman Osman, who I think is at the press conference, saying that Conte confirms that he had some issues, but Kane expects to be ready for the game on Sunday. Also said that a few weeks ago he had a similar issue with Kulusevski, but he recovered in time to play. So positive news there on Harry Kane. Hopefully he is all right for Sunday. Seems more and more positive now, but I'm just worried that there is a wider issue that we haven't quite got to yet. And hopefully it's not, but I'm just worried that it might be.
Yeah. All right, let's go to our next guest. Let's try get Lee back on and see if his connection's a bit better. It looks as though it is a bit better, so let's bring him on. How you doing, Lee? You're on mute, I think.
No, he's right now, I think. Hello?
Hello?
There you go, I can hear you.
There we go. That's much better. How are you, Lee?
I'm great. I just want to say, man, I'm from Southern Africa in a little country called Swaziland, and I think you guys would really like to hear how popular you guys are getting. Honestly, the growth in this country of Tottenham fans is growing. For real.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I think you're probably our first caller from Swaziland, so thank you very much. And yeah, amazing to hear that. It really is.
Yeah, it's really good news considering the number of Arsenal fans in this country. Like, I could honestly step outside, throw a rock, and I'll probably hit an Arsenal fan. It's really scary out here.
I wouldn't be against that.
So you must have been having good fun there in your country in the past week or so.
Recently, all the guys that were calling me crazy because I've been on that guy Aaron. I've been on his bus the entire time. So positive. And I've been telling these guys, like, I promise y'all, we are getting top 4. We're doing it. I promise y'all. And people calling me crazy. I'm really happy to be a Tottenham fan right now. Stepping outside, walking with my head high, honestly.
Absolutely.
Incredible. Are the reports coming out, of potential illness going through the team? Is that worrying for you going into Sunday?
Not really worrying considering that we're playing against Norwich. I'm actually here with my brother. He's not a Tottenham fan, but he's in love with Bergwijn. And when I tell him that Kane isn't feeling so well, he's smiling. Bergwijn's on. And honestly, as much as I love Harry Kane, it's hard to disagree with him. I'd love to see Bergwijn just get on the pitch and have a masterclass of a performance, maybe enough to keep him in the club, because I also really rate Bergwijn.
Yeah, to be honest, Lee, I don't think that even if he has a worldie of a performance on Sunday, I just think he wants out, unfortunately, and I think it's going to be a loss to us. But he's not getting enough game time, unfortunately, and at the stage of the career he's at, I think he just needs to move on for himself, to be honest.
I don't think it's that definite that he should leave. I mean, considering that we're in the Champions League now, he's going to get a lot of minutes. Like, there's going to be a lot of games next year.
I hope you're right, because I would like to keep him. I really would like to keep him, but I just think that his time at Tottenham does seem to be coming to an end now. But Bergwijn aside, Harry Kane aside, how are you feeling coming into the game for tomorrow?
Same as always. The past couple of weeks as a Tottenham fan, I'm very confident. I just want to show, honestly. I just want to be entertained. I want the team to go absolutely berserk and have maybe 7 goals or something. I'm really looking forward to seeing people like Kulusevski get on the score sheet, so I could still make fun of Arsenal fans that were trying to do the combined 11 and putting Saka in there. Mm-hmm. I really want Kulusevski to really shut people up.
100%, I agree with you. And what about Son in the race for the Golden Boot? You back him to get the goals required on Sunday?
That'll be so good. That'll be so good for Son, honestly. I can just imagine his father's reaction, from watching the documentary and seeing how much his father played a big role into, training Son and all of that. I think he'd just be so proud, honestly, to see all his work just, be successful. It'll be so good for Son. And he's like the nicest guy in the league. Nobody hates Son.
Yeah.
No one deserves to put Son, honestly. I don't see this where all this hate of him not being nominated and one of the best players this season. I don't see where that's coming from, honestly.
Does it make sense for him not to be nominated? Never mind. I mean, people are saying he should win it. Never mind not be nominated.
Yeah, not at all. I don't see why he's not nominated. But honestly, I think a caller came on a couple of days ago. I don't know if it was this show or another show I was watching, but a Tottenham fan said something interesting about the coach that we have in Antonio Conte and the narrative of how, like, people don't really want Conte to succeed and, like, people hate on Conte. I think it's also falling into our club as well. Like, people just don't want to see us succeed. I think that's it. I don't know. The narrative of, like, people like on TalkSport, you know, Sky and all of that, just against us. I think it's also playing into Son's, you know, nominee thing.
Yeah, it does feel like that sometimes, especially with Tottenham. But what is your score prediction for the Sunday?
Like I said, I want to see a show. I want Son to go get his award. I want Kulusevski to go get his own. I want people like Bergwijn on the score sheet. And honestly, I want a Romero header. I don't know if he's playing, but if Romero could get a header, like every time we get a set piece, I'm hoping for Romero to find that ball and get a header. But if he plays, I'd love for that to happen. I'd predict maybe like a 5-0. I want a statement.
All right, big up, Lee. Thank you so much for calling. Really great call. So do call in again.
How long have you
Lee.
been a Tottenham fan, Lee?
I've been a Tottenham fan for a long time, since like 2013, because I really play a lot of basketball. And I love the NBA, but this year the Premier League has stolen my heart, I promise you guys.
Love it. All right, call in again, man. Absolutely brilliant stuff. Thanks for calling in.
Big up, Lee.
Gents.
Big up.
Nice one, Lee. Come on.
Come on, you Spurs.
Class.
Really great
fan
call
base
there.
in Swaziland.
From Swaziland. Absolutely amazing stuff. Amazing stuff. Let's move on to our next guest. Not quite from Swaziland, but Mikey. Let's bring him on.
No, guys,
how you doing, Mikey?
I'm actually in Tanzania right now.
You go to Tanzania
really
University.
I'm really good. No, I've just seen Ali Samata. No, it's been a great sort of few days for a Tottenham fan until today, when like Gary Lineker tweeted out there's a food poisoning outbreak at Tottenham, and I'm thinking, nah, there's no way. There's actually no way. The first time we're actually rivaling Arsenal for a position in God knows how long, and it's happened again. But according to Conte and Ali Gold, it doesn't seem like there's much to worry about. Harry Kane seems to be the only confirmed sort of recipient of whatever little thing he's got. But if Conte, I trust Conte, so if Conte says he'll be fit, then I back him to be fit.
Yeah. Do you have any sort of worries or anxieties going into the game on Sunday?
Well, it's a game where the pressure isn't completely off. We haven't guaranteed it yet. So any game with pressure for Tottenham, Conte's definitely instilled a different mindset, but at the same time, no one else will deny that we are still, in fact, Tottenham. So it's not over. It's over. You know, it's not over till that full-time whistle goes, and the Tottenham fans who get to see Tottenham play at Carrow Road. First of all, I'm sorry that you have to go to Norwich, but apart from that, it'll be extremely.
Nothing wrong with Norwich, Mikey.
You haven't been there, then, have you? No, I'm messing. I'm very, very excited for the game. I do want it to be over as quickly as possible. That's obviously a guarantee, because it's the last game of the season. We've sat through 40, 50 games this season, and it's been 50% madness, 50% energy. So I'm just. This season has been one of the most topsy-turvy. Regardless of Tottenham, the Premier League season this season has been it's been maybe the most engaging season for a long time. Title race, top four race, relegation race, it's all going down to the final day. So this has definitely been one of the most engaging Premier League seasons. And the View, they released a figure yesterday saying that even with Chelsea's sort of ban on including fans, it's the most Premier League fans they've ever had in a season since figures began to be recorded in like 1993. So that's
is that right?
Testament. Yeah, it's 15 million fans in total have watched Premier League games this season, which is the first in the league's history. So that's absolutely outstanding from everyone who's been to games. But yeah, I'm extremely excited for the full-time whistle at Norwich, and I just pray that Conte is telling the truth and it is only Harry Kane, but he backed him to be fit. And we don't have, because if you were saying it's Sessegnon and Emerson, we have no wing backs then. Like, there is physically no one we could play. It would be what? Davis at left back, and I don't even know who'd play right back. So
maybe Kulusevski.
Kulu. He would probably have to go to maybe like a 3 at the back and play wingers. He's playing like with wingers further forward instead of full backs. But I don't know. I hope that our first choice 11, obviously minus the glaring Romero-shaped hole in our back line, will get the job done.
Son for the golden boot. How are you feeling about
that? Son for the golden boot. I do think he'll get it, but again, Jurgen Klopp's been very cryptic over whether Mohamed Salah is going to be fit or not. But I do think that in a title race, especially when they've got the Champions League final coming up, I'm not sure if, and with the other forward options that they do have in Mane, Jota, Firmino, Diaz, I'm not sure if even if he is fit, he'll risk him because of how pivotal he is for the UCL final coming up. So if Salah plays, I think Salah scores 1 or 2 against Wolves. But even if Sonny scores 1, he still has the joint golden boot, which obviously you want to see him win it outright. But even if a joint golden boot, it's still a golden boot for him. So that's a massive achievement. So I am backing Son to at least hit 1 against Norwich.
And talk to me about the PFA Player of the Year, Sonny.
That is a travesty. A travesty is. I don't understand how 21 open play goals. Like, even if you're going to take penalties, even if you're going to make penalties count away from someone, Son hasn't scored a penalty. Like, he's got 21 open play goals, or is it like he scored 1 from a free kick? So 20 open play goals in the entire league. Like, that is astonishing numbers for a player that hasn't got penalties. So yeah, that's absolutely, I don't understand how. I understand the other 5 inclusions because Declan Rice, Kevin De Bruyne, Mo Salah, they've all been outstanding, but Gallagher, really? Over Son? Come on.
Ridiculous.
PFA do better.
100%.
No, that's shit.
All right, and finally, score prediction, Mikey.
I'm just gonna. I think it'll be a 3-0 to us. I'm not really sure like what the clean sheet stats are saying, but
we got good amount of clean sheets this season. I think 15.
So Hugo Lloris has got 15. All right. So if we keep a clean sheet, he'll stay third. Obviously, Alisson and Edison way out ahead with 20 apiece. How do you get 20 clean sheets? That's wow. But yeah, obviously, if Chelsea keep a clean sheet and we don't, Edouard Mendy will overtake Lloris. But I think Lloris will stay. He's had such an underrated season. Everyone's been saying Lloris has been by his best season for the last 4 or 5 years, in my opinion. He's been imperious. Obviously, he had a little wobble mid-season, but aside from those 2-3 games, he's been amazing. So I think he's definitely an underrated performer this year. But yeah, 3-0 win, Son 2, Kane 1. That's my prediction.
All right, and Mikey.
Yeah.
Big up, my friend. Next time I speak to you, hopefully we'll be in the Champions League. Thanks for coming on today.
Will be.
Hopefully.
Exactly. Big up,
bye,
Mikey.
guys.
Thanks for coming on, mate.
You're welcome.
Quotes starting to filter out of Antonio Conte's press conferences now. Asked whether Harry Kane is going to be fit for Sunday, he said yes for sure. Harry doesn't want to miss this type of game. It means a lot for the club. He followed on saying there is a whole season behind this game. We could reach something amazing. Everything is in our hands, and for this reason we want to get it. Asked about if he's been told about Lasagna Gate, he said, I don't know this story. I'm not interested to know to go deep in this story. Why we are in a good moment of form and the team is working well. We have to be focused and concentrate 100%. He also confirms that Romero will be out for the final game of the season, so he's not going to be playing, unfortunately. Asked as well if Son will be taking penalties on Sunday. He said before there is the interest of the team, and Harry Kane is our penalty taker. If there's a penalty, Kane has to kick it, and that I'm pleased for Sonny. He deserves to stay in that position, but first the team.
Agreed.
So he's saying Kane will.
I do think that maybe if we're like 2-0 up and we get a penalty, I do think Son might take it at that stage. But if it's like a pivotal goal, like it's 0-0 or we're losing 1-0, something like that, Kane has to take it.
Gary Lineker now saying, as of a minute ago, my source is impeccable and I framed it as I'm hearing, but even if it's only Kane, that is significant. Also, you're exceptionally rude. I don't know who's replying to there.
Paul O'Keefe.
Hey, Paul O'Keefe. Replying to Paul O'Keefe. Paul O'Keefe said, Gary Lineker, irresponsible to tweet this when you have no idea the reality. There's no outbreak, quote unquote. The club have said it's only Kane. Stick to crisps.
But the thing is, Lineker did call it an outbreak, right? Or did he say an outbreak? Is that the word he used?
He said there's been a food poisoning outbreak, yeah.
I mean, if it's just Kane, that's not an outbreak. That's just one player.
Correct.
So...
bit irresponsible, but he said his sources are impeccable.
Yeah, but then he goes on to say, even if it is only Kane. But if it is only Kane, it's not an outbreak.
Correct. But it is significant, which is true.
Yeah.
Conte asked whether there's any chance of Romero playing. He said Romero had a traumatic injury. He's not available. We have the same players as the last game against Burnley. No less, no more. We have to be ready to try and fight and get the result. So that's positive in terms of he's saying we have the same squad available for Burnley. So I can't ask for much more than that, can we?
Absolutely. And big up Paul O'Keefe for fighting the good fight, that's for sure.
Yeah, 100%.
But let's go on to our last guest of the show, of the last preview show of the season. And we were very lucky to meet this man last weekend at the Spurs Stadium. Bring him on. It's LA Ian. How you doing, Ian?
Come on, Ian. Big up to you, mate.
What's going on, everybody? Are you guys feeling all right?
Yeah, I mean, I think since the quotes from Conte have come out, I think my nerves have settled down a little bit. It does look like Harry Kane will, hopefully be fit to play, and the squad available is the same squad that we had against Burnley. So now you've heard that news, how are you feeling coming into the game?
When I saw that first tweet by Lineker, Gary, oh my gosh, I was like, this is a joke. There's no way this is happening again. But now Conte settled the nerves. We had this and we got this. We're gonna win this game. I mean, there's no way. I know every fiber of my being. I know Kane wants it, and I know Sonny. You won't admit it, but he wants that golden boot. He wants it. So we're gonna have two world-class players absolutely salivating for any chance. And then, if we don't have Romero, that's fine. But our defense still has experience, even though they might not be the best players all the time. They're very experienced. There's no way Norwich is going to beat us. There's no way.
Yeah, and so
even with the rumours flying around that there's something going wrong, because we know for sure last week there was players that went down with a virus, and we did look a bit leggy against Burnley at times, although probably deserved the victory anyway. But if it has spread amongst more players, and maybe it hasn't, maybe there are players who have got it and might not even show up till Sunday, which is a bit of a worry. So does that concern you a bit?
Yeah, I mean, you don't really want players to come into a game off any sort of sickness, whether it's like stomach sickness or like a head cold sickness. I mean, they won't be 100%. But I mean, yeah, last week I thought the legginess and tiredness that I saw in person for the first time was more just due onto the schedule. We played late on Thursday and then early Sunday. So that was just kind of a scheduling disaster. But no, them maybe not being 100%, that'll be okay with me. I seriously believe a not 100% Tottenham squad still wins this Norwich game. But yeah, we don't. Of course, we don't want players to come in off of sickness to play a game. That's not ideal.
Yeah, totally. But we're in the situation we're in. It looks like Harry Kane is suffering a bit today. So, I mean, it looks like he will play, but I'm guessing he won't be totally complete 100%.
Yeah, maybe we see him come off a bench and maybe Bergwijn starts or something. I don't know. I could see that. Bergwijn starts at striker for some reason. Or Son does, and he does do some flippy-floppy. Who knows?
Yeah, I can't see Kane not starting, to be honest. I think if he's struggling, maybe they take him off for Bergwijn.
The quote says he feels confident he's going to start. Conte feels confident he's going to start. Then Kane. And then at the tiny opportunity, Kane will tell Conte, "Yeah, I'm good to go. There's no worries about it."
Sonny getting the golden boot this weekend?
By the way, is Salah, is he playing or is he injured? Is he?
Nobody knows. Nobody knows. He might play. He might not. But
how about
I
this?
guess...
If Salah plays, then no. But if he doesn't, then yes. That's what I'm gonna go. I think. I know. Son wants it, but I know Salah wants it too. So, and then he takes PKs for Liverpool. So. My brain says that Salah is going to keep it, but my heart says, Sonny, come on.
Sonny's going to do it. Come on, he's going to do it. He's going to do it. But why is he not up for PFA Player of the Year? What's that all about?
Oh my, that is. I didn't actually sleep a lot tonight. That's why I'm up. Usually I'm not up for these because I'm sleeping. But yeah, I just glanced at it. Did I see Foden on there?
I'll tell you who it is. Declan Rice, Phil Foden, Kevin De Bruyne, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Mo Salah, and Conor Gallagher.
Okay. Sonny's definitely played better than Foden and Conor Gallagher. I know. Yeah. I mean, if you're just going off pure stats, and if you don't want to go off pure stats, look at Sonny's like contributions and stuff he does off the ball. Even in one of his worst games, the Everton game, he still scored. So, I mean, he should definitely be up for it. I don't understand why Foden is there. I know he's a great player, but has he done like extraordinary things this year? I'd say Sonny has. So,
I think Foden's had a good season. I think he's had a good season, but young player of the year for me. I mean, not at the actual player of the year. I think it's a joke that.
No, it is joking. I know Conor Gallagher's done great great for Crystal Palace, done wonders for them, but I mean, you just gotta when you're voting for that, when you're nominating players for that kind of stuff, you kind of really got to go off stats mostly.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's not really a scale to go off besides that, so I have no idea why he's not. I mean, potentially he could win the Golden Boot and then not be up for Player of the Year, right? That's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, which would be insane for someone like Son to win Golden Boot and not be up for it. It'd be madness. But what's your prediction then, Ian, for Sunday?
I'm gonna go just a 2-0. 2-0. Maybe we score an early goal and then Sonny gets a PK at like the 81st minute. Something like that.
That'll be enough. I'll definitely take that all day long.
Yeah, that'll do it.
All right, nice one.
Big up, LA Ian. Thanks for coming on once again, and
great to meet you on Sunday as well.
Yeah, great to meet you guys, and hopefully I can come back for more and more often as well. So
I hope so.
Look forward to it, my friend. Look forward to it.
All right, nice one.
If you guys ever...
No, I can hear you. Go on.
Hit me up and please come to the Greyhound. We'll set you up everything you need. It'll be awesome if you ever come. I extend my invite to you guys always.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We'll see you soon, mate.
Bye-bye.
See ya.
Got a couple of super chats to get through. Andrew Preface says, boys, I'm going for 2-0. Son to score both. Come on, you Spurs. And the hate man saying, no food poisoning. Ali Gold. Harry may be sick. Come on, you Spurs.
Well, more quotes from Conte from his presser. Asked if there has been a stomach virus in the squad. He said, in my staff, only one person had this problem and we kept him at home. It's a problem that lasts 1 or 2 days and then you are okay. The medical department tried to take care of it with vitamins.
Okay.
So, I mean, but he also said... I read a quote. He said, in all honesty, there has been 1 or 2, but we've sorted the issue. What did he say? I'm trying to get that quote up. Yeah, he says, on Conte on the virus, he says, if you remember the last game, we had 3 or 4 cases of stomach problems. In this week, I have to be honest, we have had a couple of cases, but we overcame the situation. Also, members of staff, one day, they were not feeling so good. I don't know why. The last week... but also this week we face the situation. In this moment, though, the virus is the last of our problems. We are close to a big achievement and we are totally focused. The situation of the players is the same as last game. So it sounds like there has been a bit of an issue this week. But maybe we've overcome it. But it's not the best preparation, is it?
It's not the best preparation, no.
Which is a bit something to worry
But,
about.
we were going through this coming into the Burnley game, weren't we? With Kulusevski suffering before that Burnley game, and he came on and played, didn't he?
Yeah, true. And you said Kulusevski had the problem, and then he was all right to play. So hopefully it's the same with everyone else.
Yeah. All right, let's go to our actual last caller of the day, and that is Josh Spurs Debate TV. Big up, Josh. How you doing,
boys? What's going on, lads?
Real
good, yeah?
You come with the positive vibes today?
Yeah. I mean, look, my view on it is right. Is this is the worst team in the Premier League, right? Has been for a good few weeks now. If we don't beat Norwich, I'm smiling. I shouldn't be. If we don't beat Norwich, it'll be laughable, right? Because it's like, mate, if we don't forget drawing, if we don't beat Norwich, oh my god, oh my flipping god, mate, can you imagine? Can you imagine the madness that's going to happen if we don't beat Norwich or if we don't get top four, right? It's actually laughable. I'm sitting here thinking it's not going to happen. But I'm looking at it now and I'm thinking Harry Kane might be out. He's the man that makes us tick in midfield in terms of Sonny's assists and getting the ball moving. And he's been our main man this season. Kulusevski, I don't know if he's fully recovered. I don't know what the reports are on that. I imagine he's got a few days training now, so he should be better than what he was coming off the bench. So hopefully he's good to start. And Lucas Moura and Bergwijn are there to come in. So you'd like to think even Harry Winks, do you know what I mean, should have a good game against Norwich. So it's not great preparation, man. It's all happening, isn't it? It had to be like this. Until yesterday, everything was great. Yesterday, you guys did your show. Everyone was positive. People were doing 4-1s, 5-1s, 3-0s, Sonny hat tricks. Today, we're sitting here going, right, Harry Kane. What's going to happen tomorrow? What's going to happen tomorrow? What's it, Saturday tomorrow, 24 hours before the game? I'm actually laughing because I got Arsenal fans messaging you going, have you heard the news? Harry Kane's out. There's a Tottenham outbreak. I'm getting lasagna pictures. I'm getting pasta pictures. Samosas everywhere. And I'm just laughing. I'm finding it funny because I'm seeing people come on and like, Bobby K, whatever you're smoking, UPS it to me, mate. Whatever you're smoking, Bobby K, I want that, mate. Royal Mail, first class delivery, because he was very positive. But you know what? Listen, Norwich drew to Wolves, didn't they? Last game.
Yeah.
Norwich drew to Wolves away on their last home game, and Wolves have
away game,
a fairly decent team.
But you know, Wolves have been fallen off a cliff in the last month or so.
Yeah. I agree, mate. I agree. They've got some good.
Oh, is he gone?
I think.
Let's be honest, guys. When you're relegated, turning up is you know, like they're on the beach, innit? I mean, they went to Wolves and they turned up. You know what I mean? So credit to Norwich. They had some pride and they had some dignity to not lose. Because let's be honest, if Norwich lost 3 or 4-0, no one would have blinked an eye over it. No one would have gone, oh look, Norwich lost 3-0.
Totally. Yeah.
It's like the expected. We're kind of doing their team talk for them. We're saying to them, you're shit, Norwich. You're getting battered 4-0. That's all we... Listen, it's not our fault as fans. We're passionate. We're hungry. We want Champions League. And we're Tottenham Hotspur. So we're going to say that about Norwich. They don't deserve to be in this league. They deserve to be in the Championship. And they will be. But what I'm saying is a lot of the Norwich players watching social media or watching Gary Neville with his tweets or watching just what's going on, it kind of makes you question yourself and go, you know what? Yes, we're relegated. Yes, we're shit. But you know what? Everyone's talking about us. There's one more game to go. And we're giving them a little bit of a motivation to go out there and play for the shirt or play for something. They've got something to play for because they're one of the important games on Sunday with Burnley's game, with Leeds' game, Everton are safe, Arsenal's game, and then Liverpool and Man City's game. So they are one of the highlights of this weekend, Norwich. And they were nobody last week. You know, nobody cared about Norwich last week or the week before. Nobody's talking about Norwich. Now everyone's talking about Norwich. So you know what? We're kind of giving them Norwich players an opportunity to say, do you know what? We've got the eyes are going to be on us. People are going to be watching out for the performance on Sunday. Are we just going to lie over and do what Tottenham fans and everyone's saying we're going to do? Or are we actually going to give it one last big push before the end of the season and our last game in the Premier League? So, you know, it's not ideal. It's not ideal. This confidence, you know, we need to keep it undercover. I feel like Conte will be telling the boys, guys, ignore the hype, ignore the noise. You've got to go there and play like a cup final. You've literally got to play like a cup final. And in the FA Cup, in the League Cup, we've lost against Championship teams in the past. Yeah, we've lost.
Maybe in Spurs' case, we should play it like a quarterfinal.
Quarterfinal, final. Look, if we don't win this game, oh my God, what is going to happen to this fan base, guys? Already the fan base is on knife edge, right? What is going to happen to this club? It is so big. It's so monumental to win this game, because not only would we not be in the Champions League, but the whole fan base, 75% of the fan base is going to go nuts. The media are going to have an absolute like roller coaster of a time with Spurs. They already hate us. They're already on our backs. They have been for a long time, and we all know the reasons why, right? And they're going to love it if we lose. In the words of Kevin Keegan, bro, they're going to love it. Do you know what I mean? If we mess this up. So there's a lot against us, man. And, you know, Everton have stayed up. So Arsenal's, you know, they're probably on the beach. They're probably half walked in, hung over this morning, half them players, you know, because they've done the great escape, you know, if you look at it from their point of view. And you know, Norwich, I think they scored 2 against United as well, not long ago. So there's something there for them to fight for, and I worry that we're giving them an opportunity to kind of stand up and fight for some pride. And when a player fights for their pride, or anyone in any form of work fights for just their pride, their self-dignity, just the character of them, they turn up. You know, and we don't want to freeze. We don't want to freeze on the day. Do you know what I mean? Like we did against Brighton at home, we just froze. You know, it's like, where's the 4-5 goals? Where's the 3 goals? Where's Sonny? Where's Kane? So there's a little bit of worry creeping in now, which is the worst thing that could have happened to us. All we needed is a quiet week, and Conte with his players on the pitch, on the training ground, going through all the routines. And now you got this stupid journalism bullshit coming in with Gary Lineker putting in his bloody outbreak bollocks. What outbreak, right? If there is an outbreak, fair play. You know, you've obviously got some good inside people in Spurs. But then Conte's coming out and he's clashing with the press, saying there is no outbreak. Of course, it is bullshit, isn't it? Really, it's exactly what we didn't need. And I just feel like Norwich players will be sitting there going, do you know what? We might be relegated. We might be going in the Championship. But everyone's talking about this game. Let's turn up. Let's do it. But I think we're going to win. I still think we're going to win. It's just everything's coming off a bit. The wheels a little bit of like becoming a bit wobbly, you know, and it's typical, isn't it? It's typical. Do you know what I mean? It's like Newcastle are playing shit, and we got the lasagna gate bollocks, you know, and they battered us. You know, Norwich are playing shit, right? And there's apparently an outbreak, or our best player is not going to make it there. He's going to drive up on his own. Do you know what I mean? But the best thing we could do is go against the odds, guys. Is go against the press, go against everyone who wants us to lose. There's more people in the football world that want Tottenham to lose this game than win this game. So Conte's just got to rally his troops, siege mentality, and almost be like, all that noise out there is waiting for you guys to flop. They're waiting with their knives, and they're waiting to stab you and kill you once they can. But we're not going to give them that opportunity. We've got to get those 2 goals by halftime and kill the game and just get the job done. And if we can give Sonny the golden boot, that is the perfect end to the season, because there's no man who doesn't deserve in that Spurs squad. He signed the contract. He believes in the future. He believes in the club. He's a good boy. He does all the right things on and off the pitch. Nobody deserves that golden boot more than Heung-min Son. You know, without penalties, he's got this far. You know, so, you know, the man deserves credit. And when are these PFA player nominating people, these fat cats in their suits? Who makes these nominations for the PFA Player Awards? Who is it?
The
PFA.
PFA. Yeah, right? PFA. Are you dumb? Mate, Cancelo's had a better season. Gerard Bowen's had a better season than McGregor, if you ask me. Yes, okay, Cancelo came on big money, you know. But what about Bowen? I know he's West Ham, but Bowen's had a great season. You know, there's better players than for me than McGregor, man. You know, sorry,
Gallagher.
Yeah, exactly. There's better players than him. So there's obviously a dark side to football against Tottenham Hotspur. You know, but the only thing we can do, guys, is you know what? When you're up against it, it's about, you know, just these boys have to just look at each other on the way up to Norwich and be like, you know what, let's kill these guys. Literally, we're going to put them to the sword. We're going to put the Premier League to the sword. Heung-min Son, you're getting that golden boot. And you know what? We're going to be sitting there top 4 Sunday evening saying big middle finger up to the Premier League, to the Arsenal fans, to the West Ham fans, and to the rest of the Premier League. Because I genuinely feel more people want us to lose this game than win this game or get top 4. For some reason, there's this thing against Spurs. And I don't know why. I think I know why. I hope I'm wrong. But, mate, I feel like this could work in our favor as well. This, like everyone against us. I feel like Conte is the only man that can turn around to this squad and turn their troops and say, listen, forget this shit, forget all this noise. Let's go and kill these guys. And that's the mentality we need. And we can finally be done with that Spursy word, at least for the foreseeable future.
Love that. And you know what? Forget about Lasagna Gate. Let's concentrate on Samosa Gate this weekend and get the 3 points. And what is your score prediction?
Oh man, Samosa Gate, man, Samosa Gate. Oh man, I've had some stodgy stomach pains after Samosa Gate, man. I know all about Samosa Gate, man. I can even make it to the gate.
You made him nervous now.
Oh man, listen, I'm delivering samosas to Norwich tomorrow. Whoever wants to join me, we're gonna stick it in the Norwich canteen in the little trays, so the Norwich players have samosa gate. Do you know what I mean? So, that's what we're gonna do. I'll tell you what, there's a conspiracy theory, man. There's definitely a gooner or two chefs working at the lane at Tottenham Hotspur Way. I'm telling you, bro. There's definitely a couple of gooners at Hotspur Way trying to mess this up.
There's like sleeper agents, aren't there? Whenever we get in a position where we got one win to go above Arsenal, they come to the fore.
Mate, I'm telling you, man, there's definitely some there's, every gunner's a runner. Well, hopefully we won't be having the runs. Do you know what I mean? The way things are going at the moment. But I'm telling you, man, it happened at Newcastle, right? Arsene Wenger there, the chef hat on. There is a couple of gooners, a couple of rats. There's a couple of rats in the place, man, and we need to find them. See, people say Daniel Levy's the biggest rat, but I think he's got a couple of mates there with him. But you know what? Come on, man. Let's get some good news from the press tomorrow. When I say the press, not the anti-Tottenham press, the real press, the ones that report facts. And hopefully it's just Harry Kane and Gary Lineker. Shut up, bruv. Just shut up with your stupid, negative. I know he's trying to get PR and say, look at me, I know everyone. I got the inside man. Do you know what I mean? But for all I know, he could be the chef. Do you know what I mean? Behind the scenes. So let's just hope it's all good, guys. And we got to keep positive in this negativity with all this press coming out right now. A lot of people talking about Spurs going to flop it. Spurs going to flop it. Harry Kane, who's next? But I just think Antonio Conte is just going to rally the shit out of these guys. And hopefully, not only do we win, but we absolutely murder them and put a big fat full stop at the end of the top four. Do you know what I mean? So come on Spurs, man, and enjoy the game. Enjoy your birthday, Sim.
Thank you, Josh. Much appreciated, man.
Yeah, enjoy it, mate. Get those fan cams up, and Ben, if we win, you got to give Sim bumps in the crowd. Yeah, you all got to pick him up and give him bumps there
on the vlog, birthday beats.
Yeah, on the vlog, you've got to grab him and pick him up. Don't let him get away. Give him however many. I don't know what his age is, but give him those 18 bumps for sure, mate.
It's my 30th.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to last, mate. You got a little belly going on there. I'm not going to lie, bro. I saw that little podge there bouncing around at the lane, man. I thought it was a pillow. I thought it was a little pillow. You're going to put it out and have a little snooze, man.
He was just doing his best Andy Reid impersonation.
Exactly.
That's what it was.
Yeah. I saw him bouncing off it when he slided, man. But, so good, mate.
Thank you, Josh. Cakes. Thank you so much.
It's all the good cakes, mate. Keep eating those cakes.
It shows he's enjoying his life. That's what it shows.
I reckon he ate that cake to himself, innit, behind the scenes.
100% here.
Who let this guy on?
He wouldn't even give me a slice.
I've had enough of him.
You know what? Give him a slice from the Spurs family on a Sunday, man, and make sure
I'll take two, mate.
Yeah, give him a few drinks. He deserves it, man. Big 30. That's a big birthday, Sin. That's a big one, mate. Big 30.
Another one, number 5, 3-0. Nice one, mate.
3-0, man. Wicked, guys.
He wants to get you off, mate. He wants to get you off.
Now, listen, it's a 1-pack. You got 5 more to go. Don't worry, mate. You'll be fine.
Big up, Josh. Big up, Josh. We'll speak to you very soon. Up the Spurs. Come on.
See you later.
See you later, mate. And that is that for the stream today. The last preview stream of the season. We'll be back tomorrow. The match preview and predicted lineup will be out. Antonio Conte's press conference will be with you very soon. And on Sunday, you've got the last pump up of the season with David Harris, followed by the last watch-along of the season with Rez and Josh King, followed by the post-match fan show. It's the last time this season you can have your say on the last game of the season. So big up to everyone. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. Like, subscribe, and comment. And as always, come on, you Spurs.